And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode
man.
of the JayCast.
Oh, this is so exciting, man.
I'm here with Adam Harmon.
Hey, thanks. Hi. Man, I'm like honored to be here in the new facilities. This is JayCast 2.0, man. This is big time stuff.
This is big time.
Yeah, there is serious production value behind this thing, man. I'm excited to be a part of this, to see the evolution of this podcast.
Thank you. You know, I put a lot of time into it.
No, seriously though,
and
man. Like you're working hard, and this is a thing.
And
no,
this is just the beginning.
Yeah, no, I
like
think so too.
As I like to say.
I think that the trajectory for this thing is just way up there.
I hope so, but
so what's up?
Well, what's up, man? What do you mean?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well,
we tried to have you on here. What happened? What happened, Trev? Did he bail?
He did bail.
My time's been.
He didn't bail. He had other things to do with life.
Yeah, you know, like I got a really, really nasty job, and it's killing me.
No, man.
So I get home and I feel like I don't really want to do much.
Yeah.
Even though I want to, I'm not. You know, not trying to.
I mean, I wasn't mad.
No, I'm so stoked to be here now, though, man.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, well, where have you been? I haven't seen you since you moved out of the guys' place. I haven't seen you in forever. What's the haps? You been flying the friendly skies?
No, dude, I haven't. I've been on vacation.
How long?
For a while now.
Okay. Did you go anywhere?
No, I chilled. I just moved in this place and I had to move back from Long Beach.
Oh yeah, you were living down there full time.
Yeah, and so
that's how long it's been since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I had to move all of my stuff back to Kelly's stuff back to Long Beach.
How many trips was that?
I mean, it was one trip, but it was a hassle.
Absolutely,
it wasn't fun.
That's crazy.
So, but now we're back. I'm glad it's over with.
Yeah.
Movie's a bitch.
So
and there were stairs involved, so.
Yeah. We were in the upstairs studio.
Well, and on both ends, moving out and moving in. So,
oh, seriously? Upstairs place to upstairs place?
Yeah, so it's
it's like that old phrase.
I was kind of mad about it.
It's almost like you had to walk to school in the snow both ways uphill.
You know, we had to, when I was a kid, we used to.
What the fuck?
We had to move. We had to move our stuff upstairs both ways.
Both ways.
That's how it was in the early 2000s.
That shouldn't even be, legal.
Oh, hey, speaking of decades and stuff, have you seen that movie Mid-90s?
Oh, yes.
That Jonah Hill movie with the skaters?
Oh, that movie, dude.
That was awesome.
I think I talked about it on my last podcast, but I'll fucking talk about it again.
Well, good, because I feel like I'm late to the party because I just got it on Redbox like a couple days ago.
No, that's a great movie, and Jonah Hill just he made it perfect.
Well, yeah, you got to understand.
It's perfect.
For me, that's like I was like that kid's age like during that time, and I remember kids like that and just like how life was. It was perfectly depicted, man. Like it was awesome. Jonah Hill as a behind the camera, I was really a big fan of.
Right.
It was awesome. I was a big fan of it.
Right. That movie is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Because it kind of it reminded me of me growing up as well.
Yeah.
And with my brother and
totally
just because we used to skate a lot when I was younger.
Try to.
Yeah. And I used to be like that kid when he finally ollied.
Yeah.
He's all happy.
So pumped.
He's all pumped. I'm like, dude, that's exactly how I felt.
Oh man, I remember.
I was trying to.
I wasn't good at falling though.
No, I you know what's funny is I tried forever to kickflip and I just never could.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's
I could get the flip, but I could just never put my feet back onto the board.
I think as far as incrementally getting better at skateboarding, it's the ollie, the kickflip. Those are kind of the benchmarks that you need to have, to get. And I could never quite get that kickflip. I was just never really coordinated until much later in life.
and then I just gave up. I was like,
yeah, no. And I started playing football. I'm like, okay, that's
dude.
fine,
I used to play hockey though. I gave up baseball for 2 years and I played hockey.
Like roller hockey?
Yeah, roller hockey.
Where?
At Cal Skate.
Competitively?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a whole league, dude. I was on the Sharks. I was on the Penguins.
With Sidney Crosby?
What?
Did you play with Sidney Crosby?
No, that was just our teams. It was little league.
Oh, you didn't play for the actual?
No, not the actual. I wish I played for the actual squad.
Yeah, no, you don't quite have the.
No, this was it was like a league, and I think the league.
Tell me a name that I would know that played that with you.
Dude, not one Paradise person that I know.
Nobody wanted to do that with you?
No, well, nobody. I just did it myself. My mom just took because I liked hockey, so I was like. And there's no.
You enjoyed hockey.
There's no ice hockey around here.
Isn't there that rink? Isn't in Hamilton City? Isn't that an ice skating rink?
Is there? I don't know. Maybe there is.
There is. It's like the most obscure kind of thing ever in the middle of Hamilton City. Yeah, I believe it is.
Wow.
There was just like this huge. Oh, strangely enough about that, Trevor, can you pull that out? Check that out. There was like this huge embezzlement scandal about this ice skating rink out there in Hamilton City. It was this big thing. But people come like from all over the place, because it's like the only place to play ice hockey anywhere up here.
Where was it?
I didn't think there was much ice hockey up here. Period.
No, it's not like traditionally a thing. I bet it's a down south thing.
Right.
But
yeah, it definitely is like down
in Southern
south,
California.
Yeah, they play a lot of hockey.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah,
my cousins live down there. They used to play a lot of hockey down there.
Oh yeah, there it is. The jury to begin deliberating Wednesday in the fraud trial. Is that the one? I think it.
Dang. Okay. Well.
Oh no, that's Salem News. I'm sorry.
Well, when I played roller hockey, the reason we had Penguins and Sharks is because it's like Little League. You play on the Rangers, the Yankees, and so. But I believe they were all Chico people. Like I don't think there were. I think there was a guy or a kid, I should say, who lived on like Honey Run.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the closest to Paradise. Now that if I can like think back that far, but it was a fun league.
Is that the one? The woman charged with embezzlement. Oh no.
Named Jenna Hamilton.
Hamilton City ice skate. I don't know, man. Anyway, this lady was like she was like in charge of the place, and I guess she was just taking all kinds of money from the place. But they got her out, and they had to get it saved by crazy donations and stuff, and a bunch of people saved it from private donations. Yeah, it's pretty.
This lady was just cashing out from it.
That's what I hear.
Man,
that was the case that they gave her.
Man, I guess that's just the thing to do these days,
Man, money's hard to. Man, a lot of money is hard to come by.
Dude, you watch. They got all these TV shows coming out about like just independent like women. Yeah. Like just out here trying to make a hustle. Like the show Weeds. Have you seen that show?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just watching.
Fucking great show.
That's a great show.
Fantastic series. That's a binge-worthy series.
Absolutely.
There. That's a sit with a bunch of ice cream and just curl up and just watch the whole thing.
The whole entire thing.
Yeah, no. I was just watching this documentary about TV shows and the style that they do, and like making the bad guy kind of like the hero. Like, because she's bad. Right. She's selling drugs, like that's not. But at the same time, you're rooting for her. She's the protagonist in the thing.
Yeah,
she's an anti-hero.
That's like
yeah, exactly.
She's doing good shit, but doing bad shit at the same time.
Yeah, but it's like a kind of
good reason.
Yeah, it's kind of like a common theme showing up. Right, people like that theme.
That's so like the Breaking Bad theme. Like,
exactly. Yeah, that was another one of the examples. People like that.
Yeah. People love that. Yeah. It's weird. The thing is you would probably be surprised on how many people who look innocent.
Oh yeah,
and they're just out there
they're
out there hustling. They're out there
yeah, man,
laundering money and shit.
We get so caught up in our own bubble and what we got going on in our own life, and you just walk past people and you don't even think twice about them.
Yeah, like people crazy. Yeah, even if it's people it's like they may not people like well obviously, but like if people of.
Yeah,
I mean they could be running some shit.
If they're doing it right, then you wouldn't have any idea.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any idea.
But it's funny, to really think about what regular people are actually into, behind closed doors, Yeah, that's
I don't know. But I do know this.
Everyone's really weird at their core, so.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, or, everyone's, no one is really truly themselves around other people. You can only really truly be yourself with yourself. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Who knows what people are like?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, do you golf? You got a Titleist hat on? Are you a golfer now?
I disc golf.
You disc golf? Oh, okay.
I do disc golf.
Is Titleist out there just giving scholarships out there for
they ought to be.
Golf?
They ought to be. Hey, Titleist, if you guys are watching, I'm getting out there. I'm aspiring. I'm not very good, but I'll rock the gear. I'll pimp it. I think I got a face for radio. Let me know if you want to get me on some of your shit.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you've been disc golfing lately?
Yeah, no, my roommate Brian, he is actually a fantastic disc golfer. He's a former professional, really, really talented dude. He's trying to teach me a lot. It's a very humbling sport because I'm used to traditional sports and picking up things and being pretty good at them really quickly.
Right.
And then this one is so frustrating because it's so technique based. And I think I'm being big and long and athletic, that I should just be able to chuck this thing wherever I want it. And they're all designed to do different stuff, and they're flying all over the place, and I'm throwing them nowhere near where I want to throw them. It's super humbling, dude.
Yeah,
it's really.
I've never done it.
Really.
And when I first looked at it, to be honest, when I first seen people do it, I'm like, this looks. I don't know about this. Like this doesn't.
Can you pull up a YouTube video?
Sure.
It's not going to show up for the folks at home, I guess, but we can get some reaction. You guys really don't have a whole lot of experience with disc golf?
No. I've seen some videos, but like I said, I've never played personally myself. I always just played like regular golf.
Okay, type in
I mean, I know a bunch of people who do it.
Oh, man, it is so much fun. That's the thing.
People who do it.
That's the thing. Type in Paul Macbeth.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Dick in the box. You should.
Wow, he just.
I forgot to ask.
Hey, by the way,
Dick.
I forgot to ask.
Where the camera's at right now. Trevor just typed
disc golf 2018. Yeah, get some highlights maybe. You guys are about to.
Sketchy.
There we go. Best disc golf shot. Just get some of those on for now. These guys are insane.
What are you throwing on? Some
this stuff.
Ooh.
These guys are incredible athletes, man. The thing about disc golf is that it's like an everyman's game, and that you don't have to be some, like I said, some crazy athlete to do this well. And in fact, a lot of the guys, a lot of the guys that are at the top of this game are not the type of guys that you would see probably playing traditional sports. You know, I mean, these guys are alternative, style athletes, and doing amazing stuff.
Have you ever heard of what's it called? It's like urban golfing or something like that.
Urban golfing. Look at this. These guys are like in a backyard of like a country club. Watch this. Oh, that was a banger.
Right.
He's gonna park it. I guess if you're not playing that's 400 feet. So I mean that's a. Watch this. She's just gonna crank it. Boom. Watch her ace.
I mean.
No, it's really far. Oh, is she gonna skip it?
Look at that. I mean, it looks.
It's very. I don't know. Maybe
as someone who can't throw a regular frisbee well.
That's the problem. Like you get me, I throw a frisbee, it's gonna go like it looks like it's gonna go straight, and then it just goes like to the right or to the left. I'm telling
you, it's super humbling, man. You grab a baseball and you're a decent athlete. You point your toe and you aim at what you're throwing at, and bam, it's gonna go there. This thing, man. Oh my God! Did you see that putt?
Oh man, you know what? I could do that though. I could step out there.
Famous last words.
I could step out there and easily just you give me them frisbees and I'm hitting dingers every single time. I guarantee. Look at that. That's me. That's money shot. Look at every single time.
Boom! Oh, I thought she was gonna dink it.
If that was me, folks, I would have. That would have been a dinger.
So they can't see this stuff. So that's what. This girl can putt like.
No, you guys can't see it, but I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what it looks like. Me throwing a frisbee and just nailing it in the middle.
We'll go out. I've got quite a collection now of discs we can throw, and there's parks all over the place with baskets like this that we can throw at.
No, I'm just kidding, bro. I would probably suck.
Yeah, you probably will for a while.
Yeah, but no, that's no, I've just never done it.
There's just so many. It's just like regular golf. There's so many different kinds of shots.
Well, dude,
and they're like clubs. Each disc is like a club. They're all designed to do different things, different distances.
Right. I knew that.
Different speeds. It's wild.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got to give a shout out to every time. This is a Paradise shout out to Lava Creek Golf Course.
Oh man, that's the one.
And maybe R.I.P. to Lava Creek.
That's the disc golf course that I started throwing on.
But I never disc golf there. I would always just go regular golf. But I loved it there because you didn't have to have that golf etiquette.
Yeah, no.
You go out there and you could.
Yeah, you don't have to go out there.
You can bump music. You can kind of be wild. You can be like
it's fun.
Shotgunning beers.
Yeah, who cares?
And not that you can't do that.
You're not being disrespectful. You're having fun. You're not crashing the carts. You're not being an idiot. But you're having a great time, and no one's gonna get on you for it. That's awesome.
Yeah, and not that you can't do that on a country club type course. Or,
I don't think Canyon Oaks would appreciate it if you were shotgunning beers out there. But I'm not gonna say it hasn't happened.
Right. If it's a tournament, then it's different.
That's a different.
That's a different story. But if it's just a regular, Tuesday out there, and your buddies go out there, and
it's an everyman's day.
Yeah, it's great. But that's what I love about Lava Creek though, because the disc golfers would be there as well as you. And nobody would golf it like normal golf it.
Yeah,
it was strictly like people would be coming from like Reading.
Oh yeah,
they're like, yeah,
it's a great course.
They're like, yeah, this is one of the best rated course. But I just want to say R.I.P. to them.
Man, so it'll be back.
I hope so. The funny thing is...
It closed down before the fire even happened.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Are you sure about
that?
100%. I don't think...
They're still throwing there all the time. No,
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the one up in Magtown, not the one...
Yeah, you're thinking about Paradise Pines.
My bad. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's okay. No, it'll be... who knows when things will be back to normal, but they'll get that thing going. People will travel far and wide to get there. I just played out at Black Butte the other day outside of Orland, and it was the windiest day of my gosh darn life.
Oh, it's like 2 days ago?
Yeah, man.
It was super windy. I wanted to go. I was about to go to Canyon Oaks and golf, and I was like, nah.
It was so not fun for so much of it.
Yeah.
But it was my buddy Brian and his friend Taryn came down from Oregon, and we went out there and we threw 18, and it was awesome. We brought a kite out there.
Wow.
We were the only 3 out there. It was cold as hell, and we were flying a kite and throwing discs.
There you go.
It was a good time, man. It was.
There you go.
Bunch
Yeah,
of
no, I
dudes
mean
having
it
a
looks.
gay old
I mean,
time. And I'm just talking about having a good happy time.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, I mean it looks like a great time. Like it looks like it's fun. You know, you get up with a bunch of your buddies. Maybe have a few beers.
Maybe.
Talk about a few things.
Maybe. Just you got there disc golf philosophizing.
Just talking about just the simple life, and then out there
out there
maybe
soaking it all in.
Making some wild bets with your friends.
You absolutely can make some wild bets out there.
Oh
yeah, it's just like anything else, man. There might be some
and
wagers out there that'll have you end up with your pants off on a dare running around.
Right, and then you got that friend who loses all the bets. So you definitely bet.
I'm that guy, so I don't try to get involved. I don't try to get involved with that kind of stuff.
Maybe that's me and I'm not aware of it.
Yeah.
You ever think about that? Because I don't know.
Well, anyway, speaking of active stuff, what do you have? Do you have a hobby nowadays? Do you have anything active that you do?
My hobby would have to be podcasting. I think. What are you doing
what are you physically doing to
get physically
how are you burning the calories, Jay?
Man, it's been rough.
What's the old boy up to?
The old boy's been just doing some running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You out there getting that job?
Just a quick out from the parking lot to my car.
It's cold in the morning, huh? So it's
cold
up the stairs.
You know what? I honestly haven't been keeping up on my cardio in probably 6 months.
6 months.
And now that you say it,
I'm just here to.
I played 9 holes of golf, and I was definitely fatigued.
The next day you were kind of hurting, huh?
I wasn't hurting, but that day I was fatigued. My swing, I was starting out good, and then
start falling off.
4 holes, I was
I feel like the big question is, did you have a cart or were you just walking?
Well, that's another.
Because if you're just walking, then a little fatigue is expected. But if you're chilling on the cart.
Oh, I'm just chilling on the cart.
Then you might need.
Yeah, but it wasn't. You still had to walk to your ball. Yeah. I'll say that you still had to. There was no carts on the fairway.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So we had to pull up as close as we could. I mean, either way, I didn't want. I mean,
hey,
either way, it wasn't.
Your dogs were barking.
I'm just saying. I'm out. No, just everything was just barking, just out of shape. And so
that golf's a rich man's game. I can't play that golf. Can't go out there. Can't be out there with that high society.
I don't play it enough to get one of these memberships or what I mean.
I can't be out there with that Robert Kraft type crowd.
Yeah, there's different type of characters out there. That's for sure. You kind of almost just have to blend in.
Dude, Jay, you fucking.
But once you try that hard, it's fuck these guys.
You missed out. You should have joined the golf team in high school.
Yeah. What was that? What season is that? Is that basketball season?
Yeah.
Was it winter?
I should have done it.
No, it would have been. It would have been baseball season. It's spring.
Then I couldn't.
Yeah, it would have been baseball season. Sorry.
I could have never played it.
It's track time, baby.
Well, that's the thing. Fucking
that's baseball time, boy.
Basically, you're either just hitting range balls, practicing putting, or when you got on the course, just fucking.
Did you guys suck?
Should have been on the snowboard team.
Yeah, we were pretty bad.
Oh.
Were you the worst team out there?
No, I wouldn't say the worst.
When I was in school, we had some good.
LP was pretty bad.
We had some good golfers when I was in school.
No, Chico and PV were on another level.
I feel like those schools,
they were fucking legit.
Yeah,
I feel like they're always good at those obscure sports. They have a good golf team. Good, the girls play field hockey. The soccer teams are good.
Some field lacrosse, that type shit.
But man, lately they've been good at a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
Those dudes. Well, they got a bunch of state titles, a bunch of football state titles now. Those sons of bees.
Oh, PV.
Yeah.
Oh, those don't count.
What do you mean?
D3?
Yeah, but I mean it's still cool, man. I mean
D3 and then get a chance to play in it.
Yeah, but
don't they play a playoff game? They play a playoff game to get it. To get in it. No, I mean even if they do play a playoff game, they still won.
Cool. I mean, if Paradise won it, I would be ecstatic, you know?
No, what I'm saying is we just missed out.
Yeah.
You know, they went on when we were in high school. They went on rankings.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if you pretty much didn't go undefeated and win the section, like you could have gone 11-1 in one section, but they wouldn't have taken you because
we were back. My senior year was
you were D1. You guys were D. I mean, we were too, but
and it was the inaugural year that they brought the state championship back to California.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you had to win the section, and then you had to get picked by the CIF like commissioner. You had to get voted in, and it was between us and Palo Alto to go down and play Orange Lutheran, who was like this crazy powerhouse down there, and they picked Palo Alto, and they went down there and got smacked on, but.
Do you think you guys would have got smacked on?
Oh man, I'm never gonna say that I would have got smacked on by any team.
No,
I haven't even.
You guys were too good, man. I mean, you guys had one loss though. You guys had one fuck up.
Yeah, I think that
honestly, that was my favorite time of like Paradise football. Yeah, like ever. Like some people say
it's the heyday.
Some people say the 08 team is better, but I don't. The 08 team, I think is the second best Paradise team.
Well, yeah, but then you were...
But the 05 team, too, was fucking...
03?
Was raw. But 03, but who'd they play?
Okay, that's true.
You know what I mean?
But, I mean, in the section game, they were playing this West Valley team that was just...
That West Valley team was raw.
So they were insane.
They were...
I've never seen high school kids that looked like these kids. It was insane.
They were probably all on steroids because I remember when I was watching the game, I was like, these kids are, and then when you rewatch the film too, you look at their D line, their O line.
Yeah, these are big, nasty kids.
You're like, where are these kids from? And then if you look at like varsity kids now, you're like, these look like freshmen.
Yeah, you watch that that QB1,
not eighth graders, but
QB1 on Netflix, and you look at these kids, you're like, what are these guys?
Well, yeah, if you just go to like a game like locally, like you look at the kids, because even when I was in high school, the decline of like big kids were already going down.
It seems like generationally the kids are just getting smaller. And like there's still those.
Is that like just your perspective though?
Yeah, I think so. Because I thought
that's my perspective.
When I was younger, I thought
but even then when I was younger, like
I thought they were like men, dude.
Even if you look back at like at the footage, because I have for some odd reason while I was cleaning my parents' house, I found game film from your high school year. I don't know why I have it.
It's out there.
No
it's the
idea.
Good stuff. I'll sign it for you if you want.
but like if you like, I was watching the Foothill game, and the Foothill team, dude, that team was huge. They had some big I'm just talking O line.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were a formidable opponent.
What I'm saying is the kids were not that big.
Yeah.
When I was in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, they were big. There was big kids. There was a select few of them. But like when you were in high school, I swear every kid was big.
Yeah. Well, that's when I remember when I was younger, it seemed like the guys were like men, dude. Like when I would watch like Jeremy Voorhees play football and Bill Gatto, Michael and those guys, like I would feel like I was just watching like grown men. I'm like, wow, I will never be like those guys. Like those guys are terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then my senior year, I was like 6'3", 230 pounds. Like I was one of those guys. But
yeah, you were that guy.
Didn't even feel like it though.
You didn't feel like it?
Well, I mean, I was super confident. Like I knew what I could do, but I didn't feel like a man. Like I was. It was weird. I don't know. I didn't feel like played college football.
But I mean, through. Since we're sitting here talking about high school sports,
reminiscing about the good old days.
Yeah. Through your whole high school career, you lost 2 games?
Yeah. Couple, yeah.
2?
Yeah.
And they were both in varsity.
Yeah.
Yep.
1 point.
I can't say the same.
1 point on both of them, man.
Yeah.
1 point losses on both of them.
PV the first year?
Yeah, PV and Foothill. I'll never forget. I'm 30 years old. I'll never forget that.
I'll never forget the PV game your junior year because that shit was like so back and forth, and I was like, oh wow, but they actually just lost.
Yeah, exactly. And we needed that, man. I think it's good for teams because you feel like you're on this roll and it can never stop.
Yeah.
And then
my junior year, we were undefeated 8-0. Yeah. Last game of the season before playoffs, we played Shasta, and they beat us by 1 point.
Well, you got to think also.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
We were 8-0, and
8-0 is cool. I hadn't lost in 2 years.
Right. Well, I know that. I'm just saying, we were thinking, hey, undefeated going into the playoffs.
Yeah, you're like, hey, no, we're rolling.
Yeah.
You were thinking you might actually get a state run.
Yeah, really. Then
no, we would have.
We would have had to go undefeated.
We would have. And we probably would have, most likely. And we would have played Jared Goff's team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably pretty decent.
They're probably
pretty decent.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have supreme confidence in yourself.
He was a senior. But yeah.
You would have actually played him?
Yes, in a yeah, we would.
How old is Jared Goff? You guys are the same age?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm like a getting later in the game age NFL player right now.
Yeah. You're almost retiring. Dude, I have the craziest...
The twilight of my career right now.
I have the craziest story. I don't know if I ever
fictional NFL career.
If I ever told you about the guy I met in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
I've told you about that.
Yeah, but he sounded like a fantastic connection to me. Anybody that's played in the league just got stories, man.
He was such a cool guy. I met him at a blackjack table, smoking a Black and Mild.
Meet some nice folks.
And I was like, I was a little under the influence, of alcohol.
Oh, you were in Vegas?
Yeah, in Vegas.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
just a little bit.
It's strange how that happens.
Yeah,
you're responsible.
And you know what it is, man? You sit down at the blackjack tables and they start just giving you the free drinks.
They're like, hey, do you want to get drunk?
And then you're like, oh, I've been here for like 3 hours,
and you're just like tipping money here, and then you're playing cards all of a sudden, and then you're like, whoa, I just spent $300.
Right,
really
and you
quick.
think you're like, damn, I've been here for 3 hours.
Whoa, I just spent $3,000.
You're like, damn, it's so long, and then you realize you were there for like 8 hours.
Well, yeah, there's no windows or anything; it's all dark in there.
Dude, that happened to me. I was in Vegas.
You just have no idea what time of day it is.
I went out at like 11 p.m., so it was a little later in the night.
Yeah,
went down. I was like, I'm just gonna go down and play a few hands. A
couple drinks, see what happens.
See a couple things.
It's like potato
drinks,
chips. You can't just have one.
And dude, literally,
or two.
Literally, I was like, okay, time to go to bed. Like it's
like
time to go.
It's like 9 a.m.
Yeah, so I get up and I just stayed in my hotel. I never went outside. I stayed in, and played in the lobby.
Never saw any windows, huh?
Yeah, never. Oh hell no, I didn't see any windows. So you just go back up and I open up my hotel or my hotel room, and it's just shining so much light through the window. I'm like, oh, what time is it? Because my phone was dead too.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, my phone was dead.
Were you making money?
And then, I mean,
that's why you stay. I mean, you don't stay that long generally.
I mean, it wasn't that long. It wasn't.
What time was it?
No, I mean, it was not. Oh, it was, like 8 a.m. It was like 7:52 or some shit like that.
And then you just slept the next day away.
Yeah, had to.
Vegas style.
Yeah, and I thought it was like 4 a.m. I'm like, oh, it's a good 4 a.m.
Yeah, it'd been a few hours.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Jesus.
No, it's in 4 hours in advance. Yeah.
I don't have enough money to go do
Dude,
stuff
I'm telling
like
you.
that.
Well, I don't either, but I was rolling that night. And I wasn't rolling. I made like, don't get me wrong, I only made like $230. But to me,
to ride it out and play that long, and yeah,
dude,
man,
my ass is bets like $5 at a time.
That's the only reason. I'm not playing to make a bunch of money.
10 or whatever the buy-in is. 10.
I'm not playing to make a bunch of money. I'm just playing like to be able to keep playing.
Yeah, and everyone's always like, you can double up right now. You should double up. I'm like, I suck at playing cards.
I don't understand the concept.
I'm like, okay, and then I double up and then I lose. Those fucks, they fucked me.
I'm not a strategy guy.
Dude, that's the house always wins.
But I'll tell you,
if you play long enough. Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing. After I had that one good night, I felt like invincible.
Yeah.
And then I was back in Vegas.
It's a drug, man.
Oh, it's such a drug. Because once you win, you get it bites you a little bit.
Yeah, that's a high.
And then I went back to Vegas and I was like,
invincible.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not right.
For sure. I went back to Vegas and I was like, oh, I'm gonna just like run tables. I'm gonna be balling. And then it didn't go that way. I lost my money quick.
You seen that movie 21?
Quick. 21.
About the kids from MIT that count cards.
Is that the true story one?
It's got Kevin Spacey in it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a true story because there's a bunch of shit that doesn't seem realistic.
No one's watching Kevin Spacey movies anymore.
Poor guy.
Well, honestly,
kidding.
My opinion is like he literally built a career on playing as a bad guy, and then you find out he's a bad guy. Like, are you really that surprised?
I mean, honestly, good for the guy to finally be in jail. Good for him. He deserves it.
Is he in jail?
Oh, I thought he was in jail.
I don't think so.
Hey, let me Google it.
That's Robert Kraft.
Oh, do you think he's going to jail?
He is in jail right now. He's probably bailed out, but I mean that dude.
Yeah, he's not.
He's facing some charges. That's fun. That's crazy. That's another one. We'll get to that in a second.
Charged with felony sexual assault.
It is felony. Is that the most? What's the most recent one of those we have? The 27th?
No, the 24th.
Don't at me, bro.
27th.
Don't at me, bro.
Damn, he's got felony charges.
Bro, you know,
Kevin Spacey's on one.
You know, you fuck around, catch a felony charge.
American Beauty, 7, K-Pax.
Yeah,
all of them, lovely. And then he's just not a super awesome dude. He's one of those he was one of those iconic guys, man. House of Cards.
Oh, the House of Cards. Oh yeah.
Did you guys see that creepy ass video he put out as Frank Castle or not Frank Castle, Underwood?
Honestly, that shit, dude, that shit was weird. I don't know if that was a good PR or a good
earlier when
decision for him to do that, because that was creepy. That was like another alter ego of what.
Well, remember earlier when we were talking about how you never know who people really are.
Yeah.
That's why Kevin Spacey's a great actor.
He's a great example.
You never know what he was doing behind closed doors, who he really was, and who he really was is not. It's crazy. Not
the guy we thought he was. You know what? But whatever.
Whatever.
Fuck this guy.
Have you?
It really disappointed me too. Fuck, you let us down, Kevin.
I know.
You let us all down.
Well, that's the thing.
We all fucking.
The Usual Suspects is a dope ass movie.
Yeah.
Kaiser Sose blew my fucking mind at the end of that movie when I first watched it, and now it's ruined.
Baby Driver.
I never saw Baby Driver.
You know what?
You and me saw that in theaters, fucking high as hell, and that was one of the fucking.
Baby Driver. He drives a Subaru, right?
Yes.
Nice. I like it already.
That one was a dope movie.
Have you seen? Is Netflix your streaming of? Are you a Huluer? Do you Netflix?
I am both. I'm on that grind with both.
Have you watched the Ted Bundy tapes?
Yeah, Ted Bundy. Yeah, I've seen. I didn't watch the last 2 episodes.
There's only 4.
Oh, there's only 4. Then I've seen them all.
Yeah, Ted. Yeah.
Then I've seen them all.
I love that.
There's only 4.
Yeah.
Really? How long are they?
Decently long.
Damn. Well, I thought there was way more.
No.
Maybe I was rewatching it.
Maybe you were.
Who knows?
But yeah,
I wasn't doing that. But that is a crazy, crazy story. Because I didn't know he had murdered 36 women.
36, dude, and just. That's how you know that some people are just wired differently, because that dude just didn't feel anything.
No.
Just didn't feel anything about it. Just
he had to do it, dude. It was like an
compulsion.
Yeah, it wasn't even an addiction. It was just a part of what he was at that point. Can
never. Yeah.
And then the fact that how he spread out through America.
Well, and back then, man, he was taking advantage of the lack of technology and the lack of resources.
He escaped a fucking courthourhouse.
He escaped
the courthouse one is ridiculous. Who's letting
jumps out the window and runs away?
Who's letting this boy just be? Be loose like that.
That's so Huckleberry Finn. He just jumps out the window. I'm out of here.
And then he just survives in the Aspen, the Rocky Mountains out there.
Or how about the fact that he lived in a time when to get away with murder, you just had to not be connected with that person and not get seen with the body.
Yeah. Just don't be there when the police found the body.
That's the thing is it could literally be filled with all sorts of DNA evidence.
Did they?
And I feel like that's the PG way to say that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Did they ever?
It absolutely is.
Well, what I thought was crazy was when he tried to get that one girl. I think it was in Utah, and she escaped.
Oh yeah.
And then they brought him into the police station, and they told the girl "Hey, is this him?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, totally,
for sure."
And nothing happened.
Yeah,
there was no arrest, I'm like, she just said that's the guy.
But they just couldn't make those connections because the agencies between states couldn't communicate.
Well, yeah, that, and it's just they didn't have any evidence really.
Yeah, well, just they didn't know that that kind of attack would fit the bill for these crimes that were happening up in Washington, and in Oregon and these other states.
Yeah, do you think they really thought they? I mean,
well, they had no idea.
It's easy I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm it's easy for us to watch that, the documentary and be like, oh, how did they not put 2 and 2 together?
It's just what it
was.
It's
because 2 and 2 were across state lines.
Yeah,
right. It's a whole different world. It's, it's a whole different
Well, now everybody shares
thing going on.
We live in the age of information, man.
Right. Yeah. Back then, there was no social media.
Especially post 9/11. That really brought all the agencies together.
Well, yeah, and there's just cameras everywhere and connections everywhere, and you're getting your cell phones pinging, and people are seeing you, and there's no way to move. It's super hard to move undetected. There's no way to. We are on blast. Big Brother has their eye on you all the time, man.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I mean, Netflix. On the other one, I think it was in the last podcast. I kind of, took a shit on Netflix, and I just want to apologize, Netflix.
I hope if they're watching,
I didn't take a shit on them. I just said, Netflix usually doesn't have that good shit.
I think that you stumble upon good shit.
No, what happens is they do have good shit. Is I've just seen it all.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You blow right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not my fault that I blew through 5 television.
It is shows. Your fault. It is not their fault. That's your fault. You did that. It's not Netflix's fault.
No,
that you
it's
can't
their
control
fault.
yourself.
They knew this platform, what they were doing. They're like, people don't want to wait a week, or for their show, or if they can't watch that show on that day because they have something planned, we'll just give it to them.
Give it to them all at once.
Yeah, and then we can all watch it.
Everybody watches it in one fucking day.
One day, a season, one day. Like, okay, well, let's wait for another year.
You're like 8 months
later. It's like, oh, shit.
Or if it's like an animated show about like 2.5 years later.
Yeah.
Well, it's like,
that.
Oh, that's true. But it's like, you forget about it. And then, it pops up like, oh, so-and-so, or we'll just say Ozarks, for example. Ozark comes out with another season. It's like, oh shit, that's still going.
Did you see Frontier?
But I love that show. I love Ozarks, by the way.
I never got that deep into it.
Really, I fucks with it. Like,
everybody told me it was dope. Yeah, heavily fucking with it. I didn't.
I did. I really liked it.
I lightweight fucked with it a little bit. Have you seen Frontier with Jason Momoa?
No, I have not.
That's a classic. You gotta get in there. It's a good one.
I mean, they got good ones. Did you see that new Fire Festival?
Yeah.
Damn,
oh man,
dude.
let's talk about that for a sec, man. That was an abysmal failure. That was hilarious.
Trev, have you seen
man.
It? The documentary? No.
Oh. You haven't watched it?
I've heard all about it.
Oh man, it's great.
At this point, I feel like it's just gonna cover what I've heard from everybody else.
It's very entertaining. Yeah.
You gotta watch it though. The thing, okay, so like, do you have Hulu? Are you a Hulu? Would you say a Huluer?
Huluer?
Huluite?
A Huluist?
A Huluist?
A Huluphile?
Or a Netflix?
I like Huluphile. That sounds bad.
That might be someone who's like really into hula hoops.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's what a Huluphile is.
In like a way too into kind of way.
Yeah, no, definitely not a way that's cool.
No. Or do you watch the flicks? Do you watch the net to the flicks?
Oh, I'm all about the flicks.
Oh, so you're not okay?
Yeah, you need to check it out.
Well, then I'm also on that Amazon Prime.
Okay, well, both of them, TV providers, I should say,
platforms,
whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
They have two. One. I mean, they both have fire documentaries, but they're different. They're different ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched the one on Netflix.
The one on Hulu is more about like it's with the guy, the Billy McFarland guy.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, I think it's a little better.
It's a classic.
But they just shit on him pretty much.
Yeah, well, I mean, he kind of deserves it.
I mean, bro, he just doesn't. He's
a schemer.
So yeah, I mean, it's crazy because
that's the kind of era we live in, where people like that are the ones that make all kinds of money.
Dude, what happened? They advertise it so well.
Yeah,
it was just perfectly advertised.
Oh yeah, it made people were so excited about it. But you know what? It's easy to advertise something well if you're just lying about it.
Right. Yeah, but the thing excuse me, the problem is they actually they brought models out there, dude. Took the videos, took the pictures, they bought an island.
Right.
They bought an island, and then they realized, it was Pablo Escobar's island.
Well, and the people that owned,
and then the people are like, "Yo, but you can't don't mention that it's Pablo's island."
Yeah.
Like they were about to have, I mean, you see it. It's
that's a major appeal
and the first
factor,
thing they did was come enjoy this resort on Pablo once owned by Pablo Escobar. Yeah. And then they got kicked off. They're like, no, you can't even buy the island anymore.
Yeah.
So then they already planned this huge fucking event, and they didn't even have an island.
Well, and it was the event that they had planned was already too much for that island, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I thought what was very interesting was the guy they wanted to do the tents like sleep on the island.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought it was crazy. I'm like, yeah, you can't sleep that many people on that small island. Yeah. So one of the guys was like, let's do a cruise boat, a cruise
offshore
ship, and we'll just ship them. They go to sleep on the cruise ship and then they come to the island, and they're like, no, we got to do the fucking.
Well, imagine moving.
We gotta do the tents.
Moving that many.
And then they were saying luxury tents. Oh boy,
cabanas.
Dude. Boy, these
luxury cabanas.
These were not luxury.
They were like the leftover hurricane tents from like.
They were FEMA tents.
Yeah.
They were damn FEMA tents.
Yeah, they were like disaster relief tents. Dude. They were not luxury cabanas.
No, I mean everything, Trev. Everything you could think go wrong went fucking wrong. But my thing is, I can't believe nobody really stood up and was like, yo, this is not working. I'm letting everyone just like, no.
Well, they just got in so deep so fast.
Well, then like, how do you pull the ripcord when you're that invested?
That's the thing. Yeah, once you've dug yourself.
I see that point, but it's.
You just gotta try to ride it out at that point.
Well, then that's the thing too. Like hindsight being 2020, we can see obviously you should have tried to pull the ripcord the best way you could.
Just stopped, yeah.
But like we always watch shit like where it looked like it's a crazy disaster and then somehow you pull it off at the last second. So it's like I might as well ride this bitch into the ground and see if I can pull up at the last minute.
Maybe I'll get a miracle. Yeah.
I mean that's what some people were saying. Like maybe this will be a disaster, but people look like a good disaster. Like turns out to be one of the best festivals, but it's
maybe we'll just somehow.
The thing is people paid so much money that was fake. Like people paid for villas that weren't even like
they didn't even exist physically. They were not physically existing. Well, and one of the guys in it made a good point. He's like, man, all we had to do would just be honest. Like, okay, this isn't working out. This is how it's going to be. It's going to be these tents. It's going to be like this. It's going to be that. Give people some money back. Let them know that it is not going to be what you think it is.
Right.
People are still going to go. It's still on an island. It's still down there. Like, it's still going to be fun. Right. Like, but just make it, like.
No, dude, he was, the problem the problem I believe he had was that he wanted to be a rock star. He wanted to be a rat. Like he was hanging out with Ja.
Yeah, with
like,
Ja Rule.
You know what I mean? Like he was like, no, if it's not luxury, then it's not gonna be.
He had this inflated version in his head of what he was trying to be.
And what he wanted it to be, and it just, and he tried to do it in 4 months, and that's dude. There's no way you can plan
especially for a first time festival.
Yeah, and these festivals are selling tickets. I think the first release tickets for a normal festival is almost 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Well, people take over a year that's just to plan a wedding. For 200-300 people.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is for thousands and thousands of people. Who are gonna be high on drugs.
Oh yeah.
On an island, mind you, that is out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, people are gonna be drowning.
It was just like
just the insurance policy alone on that.
Oh my god, man! There's just so many factors playing against you.
One of the guys on the documentary is like, "Thank God no one got hurt."
Yeah, for real. Like,
fuck, dude.
Seriously,
bro. You got to figure someone dying is a given. God. I mean, just
no one did though. I mean.
Look at this, man. One of the class action lawsuits is seeking more than $100 million in damages.
$100 million. Yeah,
it's because there's so many people involved. Those class action ones have a bunch of people in them.
So that dude, and he just didn't pay any of the workers who
he just bailed.
He just bailed. He
defrauded investors, and then he also used people's names that didn't give license to it. So that's a big no.
Oh yeah. False advertising.
And my thing was he didn't even have people performing.
Yeah.
So people were showing up.
They didn't even have it lined up.
It was just he just said these people are gonna be here. And the problem is too is social media influencers.
Yeah.
So
models and stuff.
they're the ones that kind of fucked this thing over. If you think about it, everyone's all these influencers are in the trailer. And it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
You're like, this is what this
I'm
is
going to go down there and hang out with Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah.
Bella Hadid.
Just the baddest of the baddies. You know what I mean?
Kendall Jenner.
Yeah, we'll be down there hanging out. It's going to be,
just
I'm going to hang out with models in the Caribbean. It's going to be so dope.
During the day, people are going to be swimming.
Oh, that idea in your head is just, even right now, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's getting me real excited,
Real worked up over here, I'm not sure.
No, but seriously, so I mean,
Well, that's
what I'm saying.
Somebody can even be an influencer is such a testament to how easily we are influenced.
Right,
you know?
but at the same time, I'm not gonna.
Position,
I'm not gonna be like, yo, that's your guys' fault for not being like, hey, we can't do this. They were tricked as well. They thought, hey, this is gonna happen. You know, they were just down there to the party. They're like, we're here. This is whatever.
They
were
invited. The whole festival would be like that week that they were down there.
Yeah,
you know? And then that's not realistic.
Well, I don't even think some of them showed up because they realized like, oh, this shit's not. Because some of them showed up, and some of them actually got like a nice villa, like Airbnb house, like on the ocean.
Oh, there was a certain amount of them.
There was a certain like they went and they're like, okay, this is cool, and then they went to the site where the festival was supposed to be, and it was just trash.
Just a dump, dude.
Just trash.
It had like rained the night before, and all the FEMA tents, all the beds got wet.
Yeah,
like,
they were way behind.
It would have maybe they could have pulled it off if the beds would have been dry. Maybe like,
but I don't think so, dude.
Nothing was assigned. People were like free for alling for the beds that were available, and they were rioting.
Yeah.
Like,
well, in the Hulu one, they were describing like we had a good system. We were actually checking people in, and then I guess that Billy McFarlane guy, just stood up. And told everybody, go grab any
go get a tent.
Yeah. And that's when everyone just went.
It was like, what?
Just scattered. And he's like, well, there goes Billy again, fucking something else up we were trying to fix for like the 11th time.
Yeah.
And one of his assistant was like a real like asshole. Like he thought like he was just kind of like a, you know, what do they call it? Short man syndrome or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Napoleon complex.
He was that guy. Yeah. You know, he had too much power and he thought he was doing everything right.
Yeah, he wasn't. Well, when you're at that level, like I said, you're hanging out with Ja Rule and you're dealing with that much money, and you know you're hanging out with models, and you build yourself up to be this big thing, you know, and
right.
When you start losing control of it, you don't want to admit it, or you can't admit it, you know.
Right. I mean, that was just a festival. I mean, his whole career, you know, all of his other business he's made,
all that credit card, it was all,
and then. I mean, it's all scam.
Yeah.
It's all just scamming.
That's kind of like the generation.
And then after, you know, he gets arrested for this, he's out on bail. Then he starts trying to do another fraud credit card thing, like selling tickets to MSG, right. Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, front row of Beyonce.
Yeah, front row of Beyonce. Or like to
but they're non-existent.
Victoria's Secret shows and fucking. And they're just fake.
Yeah, they're just non-existent tickets. You know,
yeah, but what he did is he had someone else do it and say it for him.
Yeah, he had that other guy.
And he was targeting the people who the emails that he had from the Fire Festival.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So people,
the same people that he had already gotten.
This dude's a piece of shit.
He'd already gotten over on so much. Like, wild.
He's out of control, dude.
But they're gonna.
I mean, he's in there now. He's in.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're at right now with the litigation.
Well, no, he's in federal prison.
Oh yeah,
for 6 years.
Sentenced to 6 years in order to forfeit $26 million.
Oh yeah, okay, wow. I feel like 6 years isn't even long enough. Like when you fuck that many people over and you know like.
Well, he got a plea deal. He pleaded down to one count of wire fraud to defraud of investors and a second count to defraud a ticket vendor.
Oh okay. Yeah, well.
Oh,
so
man.
the rich still, you know, they don't even get punished the same way the rest of us do, you know.
Oh, I guess he's what is he? He's doing some type of business class. He's teaching people.
He's like Jordan Belfort.
Wait, well, no, Jordan Belfort actually like has shit to teach. Like this guy just fucked shit up.
I mean, he's smart.
He's got nothing.
I mean, honestly, he has to be smart to.
Oh yeah, no, he's charismatic.
Do all this incredible shit that people.
Yeah, no, I think he's incredibly intelligent, incredibly charismatic.
No, he's for sure intelligent. Like, I'm not saying he's stupid. I mean, obviously, he's just like he has a problem. Yeah. He has a problem that he's like it's just easy to rip people off. But now that he's caught,
I was gonna say he just doesn't care. Like
he doesn't know what he's doing is wrong too.
Well, I was talking about. Somebody being a sociopath with one of my coworkers today, and how sociopaths often do really well professionally because they don't care who they have to step over or push out of the way or do whatever to get to where they're going because they don't have any feelings. They don't care, you know. Like,
well, and that's the thing. Like they actually survive in society, unlike psychopaths who like just don't know the difference between right and wrong. Exactly. A sociopath will know what is right and wrong. They just cannot give a shit.
Just don't care. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so
it's wild. And that guy's a total sociopath. He's like, I'm getting mine, and that's really all that matters, and I'm gonna keep getting mine.
You do you. You get your money, Trev.
He's all don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do.
Well, and I was trying to say earlier, that's kind of the generation we live in now, and I feel like eventually it always comes out these companies and these individuals that get wildly successful and make all this money. I feel like usually it comes out later that they had to hurt people along the way, or somebody had to get stepped on.
Somebody's got to get hurt.
Yeah, nothing.
Somebody's got it.
Anyone making real legit money is getting one over on somebody. Someone is getting exposed or exploited on the way. Like there's just no way around it. I don't think making clean, honest money. That's making a lot of clean, honest money. I don't think it can be done without exploiting somebody.
No.
Well, the biggest criminals are the ones who do it and make it look like they're doing it clean and honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I make it
like how many throats has Bill Gates stepped on his way to doing all this charity shit? Like what's he repenting for? How many lives has that motherfucker ruined?
He's like so many millions and millions and millions of dollars towards charity.
What about Hillary Clinton? What are you about the Clintons? You think they got bodies on them?
I think the Clintons have 100% allegedly had people killed.
I think that
allegedly
100% allegedly.
I think the Clintons the Clintons are the American mafia.
Everything is. You're right. It's allegedly.
I feel like especially when you're talking about the Clintons.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, you could probably say some shit about Bernie and he'll let that shit go, but even if like Hillary, I don't know, if you get some back channel shit and here's like even just some randos talking, she might.
We don't. You
might have a wiretap in your house.
Are you telling me she's coming after my head right now?
You might.
I don't know.
Maybe
we might end up in like 6 black garbage bags if we keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Quartered up. Easier.
Somehow I'm always whenever Adam's on the podcast, the feds get brought up some way or another.
I try not to.
I think he's a fed.
I'm just always thinking.
Fed.
Narc.
You're a narc.
You know who says narc? A narc. So don't call me that. No,
hey,
I
didn't say it.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just think that they're infiltrating every single thing everywhere, and you can't escape them.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Dude, honestly, here's the real truth, though. It's not the government. It's private companies that we're buying their shit and bringing it in our own homes, like Alexa.
Well, yeah, but they're not private companies because the CEOs are like congressmen and senators. Like they're all in cahoots. Like
they're slightly removed. They just pay their way to get
big business. And government are more or less the same thing. They coalesce really easily, man. Wherever there's influence and money to be made, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's where these guys come from. You look at half of these congressmen and senators and stuff. You look at what they were doing before they were, and they're CEOs of this kind of company, or working for an oil company, or working for like a bunch of these people that. It's wild the connections that big business and government has, man.
Well, that's the thing. That's why you never see anybody middle class running for an office.
Yeah, there's no regular people.
It costs so much money, and then you have to get these. Well, you don't. Yeah, you mostly have to get these big corporate PAC sponsors in order to try to put on a decent campaign.
You have to know people of influence. I don't know anybody of influence.
Well, shit, dude. when in 2008, when Obama was running for office, he had only been like I want to say it was a Senate or.
He was the representative. Yeah,
but only for like a few. For like a few months, I believe.
Oh yeah.
And then he ran for president. I don't know. I could be wrong.
That could be total misinformation. I don't know.
Trevor's looking at me like I'm an idiot. So
no, hold on. I'm sorry. I was kind of spacing off there for a second. That's my bad.
Okay. Blindly accept it.
Okay. He gave me a look. No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was focusing on the camera stuff and the computer.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
No, you're good. No, but either way, he was a fresh young new dog up in in the big leagues.
The people were starving for change, and he was throwing change out.
Well, supposedly, Hillary Clinton was supposed to win that year. She was supposed to be president that year.
Yep.
And I guess the Clintons pretty much were just like to Obama, like, hey man, you're like too young, like, you don't deserve to be.
It's not your turn.
It's not. It's not your turn.
Politics is the good old boys club.
Yeah, it's not your turn.
Yeah.
And then that boy still won.
Yeah. I didn't vote that year, so...
I didn't vote that year.
No, you wouldn't have, because you would have not been old enough to vote.
You're right. So I was like, no, I did vote. But his second term, I voted.
I was like 19.
His second term, I voted.
Yeah, I think I voted But last time around, and it was for not Hillary.
Not Hillary.
And not Donald.
Not Donald.
Some libertarian guy. I forget his name.
Yeah.
He seemed like,
good choice.
Like the best bet.
Give,
Dude, I mean, that's the thing when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
It's not. I don't know. I don't think it all.
At
really
least
counts.
you can say like, hey, if no matter if we had Hillary or obviously we have Trump, but you can say like, hey, I voted, but I actually didn't vote for these two motherfuckers.
At the same time, I don't know if it matters or not because
no, you're right.
I think it was. I don't know if it was Mark. I think it was Mark Twain. He said, if the people's votes had any influence on the outcome of things, then they wouldn't let the people vote. Like if the people could influence anything, they could actually influence anything, they wouldn't let us actually vote.
No.
So it's a show. It's a dog and pony show. But for the moment, I felt better not voting for either one of them.
Well, I mean,
good.
That's like literally been proven by the Electoral College electing presidents that did not win the popular vote.
What's the point of the popular vote at all? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but I do know this. Trevor, this guy right here.
What's up?
Is gonna hand me a Snapple out of that fridge.
Yes, I am. If I can,
you guys have a refrigerator in here?
Yes, sir.
This place is insane. I feel like we're probably in downtown LA, and we're in some like really nice studio. This is big time stuff. This has a really high budget. A lot of folks behind the scenes. A lot of writers.
Like I said, that actually, I didn't say this yet. I said this the other day, but there's a bunch of people back there. They're all, this is live on a radio station.
Yeah, no, seriously, like
this is
like the lights up here and the control room up top. I can see Trevor up in the control room. This is incredible. Like, Trevor, this is
And thanks our guy Mark for handing me the drink.
Yep, no problem. Yeah. I just sent the signal to Mark.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. But Mark's a homie.
No, this is crazy. No, this is it's super cool, man. I think that the evolution of the JayCast has been very fascinating. This is a nice big step from where you were doing this. Were you doing this when you were living down in Long Beach?
I did. Well, I would only do it when I came back up here.
Okay.
I did one JayCast. I believe episode number 2 is with a guy down in Long Beach.
Okay.
And I did one episode down there. So that was number 2. But and then I did a third one actually down there that just got deleted. Because remember when I went, I was having problems for a minute.
Technical difficulties were a common occurrence.
Right.
Yeah. So
right. I mean, it was just just use your air.
Yep.
But I feel like we've shifted into a different gear.
Yeah, man.
I mean, entirely.
Well, yeah. I mean, having, like I said, this kind of crew and this kind of production value is just changing the game. I think that the next level is a big leap. I think that making this a more serious and regular thing is a good call.
Yeah. Well, my goal is to try to get at least 2 done a month.
Yeah. Edited, put out, yeah.
And if not 3 a month.
Yeah.
Because I mean, now that I got the setup, because before, man, it's a hassle setting everything up, putting shit away,
Well, and then
like not having a set studio really kind of sucked. Like
just to walk in here and be able to more or less get going is incredible.
Right.
Yeah, it's a luxury.
Right. No, and I was excited to put this thing together. These are chairs that were survived through the campfire.
Campfire survivor chairs.
These are campfire survivor chairs.
These chairs are resilient.
They still got a little bit of a smell to them. They're starting to come out, but like the first couple days in here, like you could smell like
pretty smoky.
Because they were in our old trailer.
Oh yeah.
And it was like it had that smokes.
That's a really
nice smoke smell.
Really nice come up for.
But because what happens? They gotta demolish the whole trailer.
Oh yeah, you can't even save it, huh?
Yeah, I can't even save it.
I mean, if one side of it's fucked, the whole thing's just gone.
Oh, it got melted, or okay.
Yeah, I mean, once I got melted.
How's the house?
Good. Oh, you haven't seen the video?
I mean, I saw the house was okay, but I mean, how's like the repair?
I mean, the repair,
the smoke, and I'm sure that it's not just okay.
Yeah, they gotta redo. They gotta do the carpets. They gotta redo carpets. They gotta do a whole new roof, and a whole new insulation.
Oh yeah,
through the house. So yeah, so they're just gonna do a big redo of everything. They have a nice trailer though.
Yeah, it's baller, huh?
Balling.
Yeah.
I mean, well, his parents got one too.
Yeah, they spent $80,000 on a fifth wheel trailer.
Yeah.
We're living in it out in Durham right now, so it's kind of worth the money.
Are they just going to just like kick you out and just travel around in the trailer?
No. Well, our house is still standing as well.
Oh, nice.
We both got really lucky in the campfire situation.
Hey, man. That's wild.
Basically, we need to get a new roof and then get a whole bunch of stuff clean, get new carpets and furniture, probably reupholstered, or I don't know what we're going to do with that.
Yeah. Well,
what a crazy fucking... Were you here when it happened? Like, were you in town?
Yeah, I was in Chico. I remember like letting my dog out in the morning in the backyard, and it was like a blue sky regular day, and then walked through the house to go out the front door to go to work, and it was just like, it looked like, doomsday out the front. And then I could see from work, I could see the whole ridge, and I could just watch it like minute by minute just get wider and taller and wider and taller until it was overtaking Chico,
Yeah, that dude, fires are getting crazy now. And, people want to talk about like global warming and like how like, oh, well, look at this winter, and like look how great of a winter we're having. Like this is not global warming.
There's no such thing as global warming. Look at all the rain and snow and stuff.
And I'm like, well, that's like part of it. It's like, you're gonna have some.
It's throwing things all. Yeah. Like,
tell me,
we're getting extremes.
Tell me, when does it snow in Los Angeles? When does it snow in Chico?
Hawaii?
When does it? Yeah, like why? Like, I mean, I know it's very possible. I mean, it has snowed in Chico.
Yeah, no.
Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't happen.
When was the last time? Do you remember? When was the last time there was snow coming down Skyway in that much? Like there was so much snow.
Oh, you couldn't even get to Paradise, dude. Yeah, they wouldn't even let you get to Paradise.
When has it ever been like that in your whole life of living in Paradise?
I'll tell you one thing. When I was
never
when I was little, and this wasn't even Paradise, this was Magalia, so this is different.
Yeah.
But when I was little, it used to snow like so much that my dad would be riding like the snowmobiles out front. He'd be going up on like Skyway, like hauling ass.
That's awesome.
On the snowmobile, because there was just so much snowpack up there.
Yeah,
but that was like probably like the year 2000. I mean, not even 2000. That was probably like 98. I would say a 98er or a 90.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
That was back in the day. I remember that though. I'm like, damn. It was like when we had a giant. We couldn't even get out because the fucking snowplow people just packed us in.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure
it was a blizzard, dude. That was the most snow I've ever seen.
We had one, and I remember that. I think that was the year that our like patio collapsed. A bunch of snow fell on top of it, and a patio like literally collapsed into the house and almost broke our sliding glass door out. Took down this whole outside patio.
Yeah, I mean it. Look that up, Trev. That's actually interesting. What's like the record snowfall in Paradise, California?
Wow. This is pretty. I'm pretty interested about this.
Yeah, because
let's see. No, let's go down a little further.
Just 1 inch.
Average is 1 inch.
Like when it does snow.
Yeah.
Can we get some records? Do we have records?
Man, there ain't
historic
shit
weather,
on Paradise.
Historic weather averages. They're just trying to forget it. It's a conspiracy. They're trying to wipe it off the face of the earth. They're trying to just put pleasure in its place.
I bet pleasure used to have so much snow on it. Like
this is not what I want.
That's fine. You know. I'm
not a meteorologist, man. I can't.
I feel like Siri is better.
Through high school, or like just like through growing up, we've seen a lot of snow in the Paradise area.
Yeah, you're used to it every winter. I think it's something you come to expect. But
the problem is it just happens like there's that one big snowstorm that happens once a year.
Yep, and then it sticks around for a few days, and then it melts.
Yeah, then it melts, and then it may like snow a little bit. But that's another thing too, is it just melts so fast too. Because I've always
awesome, and you wake up the next day.
Yeah, as a kid, I used to have this huge fantasy about whenever we would drive down Skyway going down the Chico, that it would snow like 15 feet, down in the canyon, the Butte Canyon, and we could just have, an awesome ski lift. Like, awesome.
You can imagine it.
I was like, that would be so sick. I imagine that, and then I also imagine if we put a dam down in that canyon and dammed up that canyon with the rivers.
Another lake?
And just get another lake. And then
Butte Lake.
Just Butte Lake, yeah.
Butte Canyon, yeah.
Butte Canyon Lake.
I don't think that you're supposed to bottle up natural flows of water like that, though, Jazer.
Well, what the fuck did they do to? Orville Lake.
I don't think that nowadays. I think nowadays we're looking back on things and realizing that dams aren't really a good idea. And in a lot of places, we're starting to get rid of dams.
No, we need them dams. It creates jobs.
We can't get rid of damn dams.
Just kidding.
They're trying to get rid of them dams and taking our gerbs. Oh my God, no! I mean, there's like a huge, actually, like environmental issue in the world right now.
The maximum snowfall at the Paradise has been 17.5 inches on January 29th, 1975.
17.5 inches.
Damn, that's over a foot of snow.
The greatest snow depth at any one time during that period of record was 100 inches, recorded on January 17th, 1952 at Strawberry Valley.
Where's Strawberry Valley? I've never even heard of that.
Let me Google it.
Allow me to Google. Trevor, look that up. I love that.
Yeah.
Trevor, pull that up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, by the way, it's so great to have
Pull
Trev.
that shit up.
Yeah.
Pull that shit up, Trev. And the best part, I'm gonna give it just a young shout out to the boy Trev.
It's in the Yuba Sutter region.
Okay.
It snowed in the Yuba Sutter.
100 inches.
So let me zoom out.
What?
It's pretty impressive.
Oh, the county, you mean?
Yep.
Of like Sutter
Yep.
So there's the Feather Fall.
Yep. Damn, 100 inches.
Valley.
That's some good stuff. Hey,
where's Butte?
Hey, does your dad still have that Bronco?
Here's Paradise.
No, he doesn't have it anymore. Sorry.
Sold it, huh?
Yeah.
So hey, it looks like it's east from Orville.
Yeah, it's not that
like
far
past
off.
like Forbstown, like in
okay.
Clipper Mills.
Yeah.
Why was that? I don't understand why that was compared to Paradise. That's not even like.
Well, it's just the area. I guess it's technically still Butte County, maybe.
Northern California.
Oh,
I think Yuba County, but it's still Northern California.
Yeah, I think these are Northern California records we're looking at.
Well, because it's technically like the foothills of the.
Yeah, it's
Sierra
our immediate region. 100 inches though, man. That's feet.
Fucking insane.
Handful of feet. Strawberry Valley. I'm moving. Place looks great.
This Snapple's fucking delicious.
I bet. When are you back to work, Jazer?
I go back to work in a week.
Where you don't know where you're going yet, obviously, huh? Where's the last cool place you went to?
DC, boy.
DC was cool.
I'll tell you what. I really
tell me something.
I really like DC, man. I would honestly like. I've always liked DC. The first time I went there, I think I was in 8th grade.
Oh yeah, you did that trip.
I did the trip, but like I fell in love with it when I went out there. Like I just liked the architecture. Like out there was,
right.
I always just thought it was awesome. I just like it's just a different like vibe compared to here.
Oh, I'm sure.
But like it's not like a New York vibe.
Different kind of big
it's not,
city.
or it's weird. I
Does
don't
it
know.
feel like House
it's
of
just
Cards?
beautiful there. Like the architecture is like amazing.
Well, a lot of monuments and like I feel like.
And I'm a history buff, so it's like it works out I don't know. I really like DC.
Have you been to Philadelphia?
DC's. Oh, I love Philly. Philly's got a great. Like their city's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's actually one of the most underrated cities like out there. There's 2 cities that I really think in America that are just completely overlooked.
Flint and Detroit, Michigan.
No.
Oh,
I'm not gonna go.
Well, I thought we were.
I mean, no.
Okay.
No.
Well,
I mean like a place you want to go and visit.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to go to Flint and visit?
I was just joking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were joking. I was like, maybe he's serious.
So where else?
But so Philadelphia
Yep.
is a little overlooked. I feel like.
Okay.
Okay, and Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Twin Cities, huh?
The Twin Cities.
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Then there's St. Paul as well.
Have you been to the Mall of America? Is that where that's at?
I lived there.
You lived in the Mall of America?
I lived in the Mall of America. No, I live close to the Mall of America.
Okay. Wow. So you were there frequently?
I went there a handful of times.
You lived in Minneapolis?
Not in Minneapolis, like the suburbs outside of it.
For how long?
A short 3.5 months.
Wow, you've done so much stuff.
Yeah, I've been. I've lived. So I've lived in the the Midwest.
Yep.
I've lived in the South.
Yep.
In Houston.
Yep.
I lived in Jersey,
Uh-huh.
New York.
Uh-huh.
East Coast, and then I've lived in L.A., Long Beach, and then now I live, back here at home. So I pretty much did all of them except for like the Denver.
You've done the circuit.
I've done it like pretty much all. And let me tell you, Minnesota is still one of my favorites. I liked it better than New York, to be honest.
Really?
Not the cold. The cold fucking sucks. But either way, you're gonna get cold. That's like
incredible cold.
But either way, you're gonna get cold. I just like. I mean, New York. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like New York's fucking. It's pretty awesome there. It's pretty breathtaking when you're there. It's like.
It's iconic.
Yeah, it's very iconic. But to me, like I like the vibe of the people better in Minneapolis.
Well, yeah, I think you're gonna get a more.
They're a little nicer.
I think you're gonna get a more visceral connection with people. I think New York, you get a little less personal connection with people. Well, I think that they have this like. I think that New Yorkers have this sense of community, but it's not like a "Hey, I'm your buddy" sense of community. It's like they're all together, but like they'll still like fight each other in the street and stuff.
East Coast folks are they're interesting, but in a good way because like that's what makes this country so great, man.
It's the melting pot, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a melting pot. And it's delicious.
I mean, we need their attitude and their toughness because
some grit, man.
People out in LA don't got that shit. That's for sure.
It's a different. Well, yeah, culturally, it's just way different, and it's an older. It's a culturally older half of the country out there.
Yeah.
It came from a grittier beginnings than LA came from. Yeah. LA came out more glamorous.
But I mean, that's not. The thing is about Minnesota is that it's just too. Oh shit! I just spit. Gross. It's just too damn cold there, dude.
Like all the time. Well, when were you living?
Not there? All the time. Just I lived there during the fucking winter months.
So that
January to April. Yeah, so obviously I was living there during the shitty months, but
not the best.
But but either way, like I was like, this is. It was also my first time moving away from home.
So that was the first place you moved?
Yeah, so I was like excited. I was like excited to get out, get out of the state. I'm going to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Right.
My geography at the time was way off. Like I knew where Minnesota was, but like at the time, like before I started my job, I looked at like the country, like so like I just looked like going to Denver was a big like like that's far.
And it's really on the map. It's like doop, 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 there it is.
That's far from me. I'm like, damn, like 2.5 hour flight, and then like, I just did another flight to Minneapolis. I'm like, I'm way out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
how far is it out there?
It's crazy. From California to Minneapolis is probably like a 3.5 hour flight.
That's not too bad.
Probably 4.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
I mean, it's long. That's
get a direct shot.
Pretty like in the mid.
I always buy super cheap flights, and the flights end up taking a long time. I went to go see John when he was playing football in Utah, and I had to go like out to Boise and then back to Utah.
Oh my gosh!
Ended up being like a 5, and we didn't even stop in Boise. We stopped and like hung out on the tarmac.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and I just like sat there and like talked to this lady for a while, and then picked some folks up.
Dude, there might not be anything worse than just sitting on the tarmac.
Yeah. Oh, I know, man. We didn't even get to go in the terminal and get some nachos and a beer or anything. I just sat there and talked to a really nice lady. She was super sweet, but we sat there for like an hour and a half.
Bro, have you ever been running late for a flight and then you sit on the tarmac? Like you were so stressed about missing it, and now you're like, fuck.
Like your eyeballs are gonna explode because you're so afraid you're not gonna make your flight. And then
pretty
you
much
get there,
everything.
You're just gonna sit around.
Pretty much everything you guys just come up with has happened to me.
Oh yeah, dude, you should write a book or something. Or like some short stories.
Man, I could tell my story and someone could write it for me.
But I mean, that's what a podcast is for, right? I mean, we're recording your stories right now.
You should probably like before the next one of these, you should go chronologically and kind of like write down some of these stories and memories and stuff, and we can discuss a handful.
I got a bunch of stories.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, it's not even. The stories are not even about my work, though. It's just about my experiences, traveling.
Well, yeah, you have the luxury of being able, to whether it's about work or not, but because of work, to be able to go to a lot of places a lot more frequently than a lot of people have a chance to do.
I'll tell you what. I never thought I'd be living like being next to New York and going into New York City and
Kid from Paradise, Like,
I mean. Dude, that city is just it's a beast.
Yeah.
It's a concrete jungle.
Yeah, man. I've never been. I would love to. I need to. I need to do some more traveling.
Yeah. You need to get on.
I need to get into the field.
You need to get on.
I need to do what you're doing.
You could. It's rough at times.
You out of San Francisco right now?
Yeah, and I was about to move to Vegas, and I didn't. I almost moved. I was this close to moving to Vegas.
Why didn't you?
Dude, I should have, man.
Podcast studio opportunities.
Yeah, that's true. I would feel like those Raiders opportunities in the future would just be.
No, I know.
But they're not even out there. So
if I moved to Vegas, bro, I would have bought what I'm paying here. I would have had a nice house.
You could like be buying.
It's cheap out there. Like I've been.
Well, nobody wants to live. If you're not on the strip, it's really not really awesome to live in Vegas. Off the strip and the birds,
dude,
like,
if I lived 10 minutes away from the strip, I'd be totally cool with that.
That's true.
I'd be and then like be living where I work, like really close by,
right?
Like 20 minutes to the airport.
I can see that being a pretty good gig.
Yeah, cheap. I mean, dude, they got mountains.
You probably spend a lot of money.
What people? I mean, it's just you gotta have self-control, you know.
Do you?
Yeah, obviously you do. I mean, if you didn't have self-control, then you would be out there gambling, spending your money, going out till the sun comes up, sleeping in all day.
I might be doing that. I'd probably play it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't live in this. I don't think Vegas is the place you should live. I think Vegas is the place you should visit. And living there, I feel like it's not good for a lot of people. Also, it's like 115 degrees on the regular plus, so.
Not on the reg.
Yeah, on the reg.
Summer.
Yeah. Well, how hot was it in Las Vegas today, Trev?
Let me check.
I'm going to blow Jay away. It's probably 90 degrees.
Blow me away. Dude, you're going to tell me the guy who travels there, goes 43.
It's right now 9 at 9 o'clock.
Okay, what is it?
Take it back.
Oh, 66, 70. High 70.
Yeah, and we're out here with, like feet of snow. So give me a break. It
don't matter.
70 degrees.
It's still going to be, yeah.
That was on Thursday.
That's a nice day.
Anyway.
That's a nice day.
But in the middle of February, it's still like 70.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'll take that.
That's pretty. That's actually. I know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of
you're like, yeah. See, what you need to do is what the real plan is maybe, I wouldn't, just be there during the wintertime, and then during the summertime.
You'd be like a retiree. Spend your summers and your winters in Vegas,
like a migratory bird.
Yeah,
I would
exactly. Yeah,
I would love that.
Just go.
I'd be summers in New York, winters in Florida or Vegas.
That's it. Man.
I would never do summers in New York, dude.
No,
fuck that.
Oh,
it's way too hot, dude.
It's all humid.
It's so humid. It's like Houston humid,
dude,
bro.
Honestly, fuck the East Coast for the most part.
I couldn't. Really, I've never been out there, but I don't know if it has a lot to offer me.
It just doesn't have it, bro.
I went to New York once, like on the 8th grade trip.
Yeah. Oh, you went on the 8th grade trip as well?
I paid for that shit myself. Worked all 8th grade year to pay for it. Went on it. It was dope.
Good stuff. Any more any fun experiences? What was the highlight of that trip?
My friends
for
and
a young
I, we tore that.
Trev.
My friends and I, we tore that shit up, bro. We were rascals.
You were raucous, weren't you?
Oh, us and the boy.
Bunch of rascals.
Bro, I
kind of got fucked. None of my friends went on that trip.
Oh, we had a squad.
They weren't committed to getting that cash.
That was honestly in my whole entire life. Still, even though I was only in 8th grade, that was the best trip I've ever taken.
Serious?
Fuck yeah.
Oh
dude.
yeah. Well, it was still a fun ass trip.
Better than Amsterdam?
I mean, yeah. If I had to look at the grand scheme of things of what did I have funner at?
What experience had a greater impact on who Jay is now?
Probably the 8th grade trip,
yeah,
dude.
Exactly. I think that's the way you look
Probably
at it.
The 8th grade trip. I mean, the Amsterdam trip was. I mean, it was great. It was
New experiences.
It was a fun trip, but it didn't have the impact because the 8th grade one, dude. It was just with all my best friends. Yeah. Literally every single one of my friends I grew up with. And so you gonna quit yawning over here? Am I talking to you to?
I'll be 30 in about a month, and it is a little later. So
it's
wait, you'll be 30? No way. Yeah. Also, by the way, the clock on this is wrong. It's not 11:30.
Yeah, I was just it was feeling like it. What is it, like 9?
Yeah, most likely.
Depending on what part of the country the listeners are.
Matt, I mean, would you like to wrap this up?
I mean, we haven't even talked about Robert Kraft.
Oh, you're right.
Well,
also,
I've dropped numerous Robert Kraft hints.
I'm 90% sure Vegas is the same time zone as us, so it would be 9 o'clock here as well.
Oh, nice.
Vegas is the same.
For the Vegas listeners.
Vegas is the same time, yes.
So how about this Robert Kraft?
So I'm not exactly sure what he was doing. So
soliciting prostitutes.
So he was just see that now this
is
when
wild,
I read this, when
dude.
I see this, I see, you know what?
He's a billionaire.
Well, yeah, bro. I mean, why not? He's a white dude. He's a white billionaire. Like,
why do you have to do all this?
Because, bro, it's what you do. There's a code you gotta follow. You gotta live to it.
Do you just have so much money that like regular life is just so like boring that you just have to like do this crazy stuff? You're like,
absolutely.
Man. He's in this thing where
that's not him.
He's not the only prominent name or billionaire that's wrapped up in this whole case.
Yeah,
but
Jerry
he's a 77-year-old man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, what do you mean? Come on.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna spend a bunch of money on prostitutes, like, well,
I feel like he should be having like the highest end kind that aren't gonna be telling on him.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, as long as you're not beating the fuck out of them or like murdering them after,
maybe Robert Kraft's into some really unorthodox things.
Bro, why is prostitution even illegal in the first place? Like, why not go straight like Australia?
It's the oldest.
Oh, my bad. I did not realize that was playing.
No, I just started
playing on the face of the earth. Let it go.
You're saying let it go?
Bro, that's the thing. If you
bro.
introduce a form of money into a society of monkeys, the first thing they use that money for is for sex.
Yeah.
The first thing.
Okay, well, we're not talking about monkeys here.
More or less.
We're okay, you know what? Maybe you know what? I'll take that back.
Dude, Jay, you and me, baby, we ain't nothing but mammals.
And look, there's
you're right. And my thing is it's not right. You can't just say, "Oh, it's old. Let them be."
I don't know
the prostitution, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know the details. There's 25 of them.
Unless these girls were living in fucking, some villas, like some nice ass shit.
Listen,
and they didn't give a shit that they were doing it.
Here's the thing, like human trafficking, like some ladies from the Eastern Europe who can't do anything by themselves because they don't know English and like. Otherwise, they'll get deported back to Eastern Europe and they get killed or something by the fucking mob. Then, that's probably some bad shit. We should stop. But if it's just some girls going out, like, getting a list of clients that they trust and feel comfortable with to pay them money and they're clean and they're all good, what's the big deal?
It's just a business transaction.
It's just a business.
It's just like
they're not being abused by some pimp.
Yep,
How often is that the case? I wonder. You're like not like a scary kind of prostitute, like a classy one who has a nice pimp. Maybe a very polite pimp.
Pimp it's out there, dude. That shit's out pimps, there.
I'd probably be a pretty polite pimp. I'd be like, Stephanie, look, hey, I'm sorry to bug you, but like you still owe me that $150. So
it'd be different.
If I could just get that from you whenever, that'd be awesome.
It'd be different if this storyline was like more of like Robert Kraft gets in trouble for being a sugar daddy.
This is just like a billionaire boys club, guy. It's him and 25 other guys, and
it's the $1 billion. It's
this massage parlor. They were like this massage parlor. I guess was being probed for investigation.
I mean, I guess when the story comes out, it doesn't surprise me.
Dude, like the 75-year-old head of the Boys and Girls Club also got arrested for this shit.
Oh wait, what?
Of Indian River County, so I don't think he was like the head honcho, but
so what's the main story behind it?
All these guys are going to this massage parlor, and this massage parlor was being was under
a little yanking tank,
a
little rub and tug,
a little rub and tug operation in Jupiter, Florida. But
and Robert Kraft was involved in it.
Yeah, and a bunch of other people with a bunch of money. Which I don't understand, man. I feel like I would be having just the nicest escorts ever.
So,
if I had $1 billion, I'd be going on a nice date, having a nice meal, having a real genuine connection with my prostitute.
No, what you do if you have $1 billion is that you just take them out of international waters where laws can't touch you.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. You can get away with a lot out there.
I mean, listen, you don't actually say anything, but it's also implied. You're 12 miles out to sea.
You're like, look, we can do whatever I want because I got $1 billion and there's no laws right now. So.
And it's my boat, and I get to decide.
These people with the money, man. Who knows?
These people with the money is funny.
Have you ever people with money are crazy, man. I swear.
You have to be. If
the trouble you can get yourself into with that much money is just insane.
Yeah, it's like, why have it?
Yeah. I think it's easy to
like
say.
Just take the money you're gonna be able to use and be comfortable with, but don't have that much money.
I don't have a lot of money, so I think it's really easy for me to be like, you know what? I think I'd be modest with it. I would have the things that I want, but I wouldn't go crazy.
No, dude. I always say this to people, and I'm just speaking the goddamn truth. When this is how I think. If I had money, like if I won like the lottery, I might become more of a dick. Like I might start.
Bro, if I won the lottery, I would be broke within 3 years. I guarantee it. I would burn it. I wouldn't burn it, but I mean, I would burn through it so fast.
I think I'd try to be smart with it first, but I'm just saying is like, I think I would start to become a dick if I had that much. Like not knowingly.
What if you won the Powerball and you just had like $458 million or something?
Not knowingly. Like it's not like I think I would. I think I would gradually just become a dick.
You wouldn't be like, now it's time to be a dick.
Yeah.
No, it would just kind of happen.
I don't think I would just. Yeah.
You're like, well,
I don't know though.
Now that I've got $438 million.
You know what's funny? We literally had the same conversation with Lauren.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, listen, it's no problem.
It's okay.
These are the developmental days, if you please.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Hey, if you feel that strongly about it, maybe you should say it twice.
Maybe it's something in your life that is important.
Maybe it's something that concerns you, and you're trying to bring that out so you have people like.
No, I mean, I feel like everybody hates everybody.
Maybe you're gonna win the lottery.
I mean, that's the plan. If I do, I'll tell you one thing.
Shit, I'm banking on it.
I'll tell you, shit, I'm banking on it. I'll tell you this: if I do, the JayCast studio will be lit.
Dude, honestly, that's the thing. If we're in second gear right now and Jay gets a lottery, it's time to shift this bitch into fifth.
It's gonna have to be.
Then I'll just start paying people to come on it and get me big.
Yep.
Just kidding, bro. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you this. I was actually surprised. There's a few people. I think there's two or three that I know are heavy listeners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not gonna have you name any names, but I'm very flattered.
And they asked, when are you coming out with another one? Because this another thing is, I've been doing this for over a year, and I only have, this would be podcast technically number 12 or number 11.
Wow.
And I've been doing it for over a year. So that's, like I said, I want to post at least 2, if not 3 a month.
Are you gonna have a? You should
within a month span, I should say.
Oh, you should really
look at you, yawning boy.
I worked all day today.
So did I. I worked hard on that couch.
I haven't been on vacation for however long you've been on vacation for. Okay, my work we're having.
Jay, I'm sorry. I apologize for interrupting, but you were just the perfect poster boy for Snapple right there in that shot.
Oh yeah, shout out Snapple, my new sponsor. You know, I'm out here.
Trevor, can you ask Mark how many Snapples are in there?
Mark. Hey, Mark, see if there's another Snapple for this boy.
Can the homie get a Snapple?
I don't know if there's. I might have taken the last one.
That's okay. Maybe
I just got the word back from Mark. There's one more left in there.
Even after this one, there's one left, Mark?
Yes, there are.
All right.
Nice.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. I need this. I'm coming.
Well, all right. Yeah, I got you, bro. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I got you.
You still owe him from...
He hasn't
got his check from the last episode. He
still owes me. This boy still owes me.
He hasn't got his check from the last
Let me tell you about Mr. Marky Mark here in the back. Okay?
He wants his game check.
Oh, no. We're going to do this right here. Okay? I take Mark out for his birthday.
This guy.
You know, I just take him out to the local Crazy Horse. It's a Wednesday night.
Buck night at the horse.
Buck night at the horse. And he decides, this ain't good enough. And I said, you know what? You're right. This ain't
not for my boy.
Yeah, I mean, I know this ain't good enough.
Not for the guy that handles the fridge.
I mean, it's Wednesday night. I don't know what kind of shenanigans you're trying to get yourself into, but Mark decided to go to Centerfolds, and that was the ultimate decision there. And he went there and he made a fool of himself.
Amateur night.
Wednesday night. I don't know if it was amateur night. I forget. I don't think it was. Mark over there went. What's that? Oh, yeah. He admits it.
The old boy.
I don't want to.
He made just put it this way. Long story short,
I've gotten some trouble out there before.
Long story short, he's no longer allowed into the centerfolds.
I think I'm 86 from there also.
8'6", boy, on your back. So Mark,
wait, hold. How did you get 86 from the centerfolds?
I was fooled by a stripper into thinking that my friend and I were going to get 2-for-1 lap dances, and then after said lap dances occurred, they were like, "All right." They said an amount that I thought would be the amount for 2 lap dances, and I was like, "Oh no, sir! I feel like you quoted the young lady quoted me a price for 2 lap dances, and now you're quoting me a price or a 2-for-1 type deal. Now you're quoting me a 2-for-2 type deal, which doesn't seem quite as appealing to my frugal nature." And he's like, "Yeah, so that'd be like $66." And I'm like, "Okay, let me go to the ATM real quick." My buddy and I kind of hustle over to the ATM, and we're having a little powwow over there. And we're like,
do we dip?
Yeah, we're like, let's just leave. Like, the door's right there. Let's just, like, bail. So we bailed, and, run to the car and just bail. I'm driving down Highway 99 at, 1,000 miles an hour, and I'm all sweaty and stuff. And then I realized that I left, my brand-new snowboarding jacket and a hat on a seat.
Oh, you jumped out too quick.
Yeah, but
the price of that snowboarding jacket was way more than $66.
Yeah, it was worth going back for, to say the least.
Did you go back?
We did. So my buddy, there was 3 of us, and my buddy who was not involved in the lap dance scheme, he was just a third party who was
bystander.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's like, I'll go back in. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do it. Like, I was ready to just say fuck it. Like, you know what? I'm not trying to get beat up by Butte County strip club bouncers. This is not worth it. Like, and he's like, nah, man, no, we got to go back. So I turned around and I went back, and he snuck in, and they didn't really know that he was with us because we were, my other buddy and I were kind of the co-conspirators in the whole.
He was just rolling Maverick.
Yeah,
he went in and did he finish?
Yeah, so he goes in and he comes back out, and one of the bouncers follows him outside, and my buddy's waiting outside for us to pick him up, and we're literally parked like over at the clay pottery place.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right next door.
Yeah, headlights off, all blacked out. He's talking on the phone, pretending that we're coming to get him from far away. He's like, yeah, so I'll see you in 15 minutes. And the bouncer's like, hey man, you want me to get you a drink? You want me to kind of wait out here with you or whatever? You want to come back inside? And he's like, no, I'll just wait for my friends. And I can see that the bouncer's just sitting there waiting.
He's waiting.
He's on.
He knew.
Yeah, he's on to us at this point. So I come I'm just fuck it, dude. And I just flip the car on and just jam up real quick.
Pick him up, slide out of there.
Yeah, flew the door open and he jumped in. And one of the dudes, tried to jump in front of the car and I didn't even sweat.
Really?
Yeah, he looked like Ron Oliva. Remember Ron Oliva?
Yeah, dude. Really, he tried to jump.
Wait, Ron, describe him for me.
Bald.
Yep. You don't even have to go further. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I did not intend to slow down for him, so he jumped out of the way.
Yeah.
And so then I started going 1,000 miles down the highway again, but I was going the wrong way now. I was going towards Red Bluff.
Oh, towards Red Bluff, yeah.
But I was so scared. I thought the stripper bouncers had stripper bouncer pursuit vehicles, and they were chasing us in their stripper bouncer cars for $66.
They were like the Sons of Anarchy. They hopped on their bikes.
Yeah,
real quick.
exactly.
Dude, you're lucky they weren't no fucking Hell's Angels. They would have came. They would have fucking.
That's what I thought in my head was gonna happen. I'm like, they're gonna be up behind us in a second. They're gonna run us off the road. It's gonna be all over.
One time I was at the centerfolds, and it wasn't a busy day. Yeah,
let's just say there was not a lot going on out there.
No, it was us and this other group.
It was the mid-afternoon shift on the Tuesday.
It was nighttime.
Those girls aren't making a lot of money.
But there was this group of guys there, and they're like, "Yeah, we're here. We're from Vacaville." And we're here for a friend's bachelor party.
No, it was way better. Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, you could have just gone to, the Bay Area. It'd been a shorter time to just go to the Bay.
You could have hopped online and hired 2 strippers to come over to your house.
Right.
Seriously.
Right. But I don't know the full story. That was just my first thought. I didn't ask them where they were coming from or if they're staying. But yeah, they were there and they were throwing racks. And then they got this one guy to go up there, the dude who was getting married.
They can do some embarrassing things.
And dude, they were making him do weird things. I'm not gonna say.
But were they paddling?
But they were paddling. They were doing pretty much. Okay, they weren't doing Amsterdam type of things, but they now I'm getting my stories mixed up with the.
We're talking about Norway, story. Not Amsterdam.
But
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that one. But But yeah, it was just funny. But that was.
It's funny how as dudes, that's what we want to see. We're like, what's...
But I was just playing pool the whole time. But they were getting mad. They're like, "What? Why don't you want to get a dance? Like, or come throw money by the stage?
Yeah.
By the main stage."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I'm just chilling." Like,
I just came out here to play pool.
I'm like, because they don't sell alcohol there.
Yeah.
So like
you're just drinking soda, playing pool.
Like. Yeah, well, no, we would go outside. It was like crazy. It's like we own the place. Like we just go out back, and then we had an ice chest full of beer, and we were just like having beers back there. Yeah, and then
out there on 99.
Yeah, and then we'd come back in, and everything was cool. I would just play pool, but then the girls were getting mad.
Yeah, they keep bringing you sodas, and they're like, "Hey, man,
they're like, what are you doing? You're just hanging out in the strip club."
Yeah,
like you're not.
Like, look, bro, it's hard to not be disrespectful right now.
Yeah, they're like, you're not getting a dance, and I'm like.
Hey, speaking of which, you guys mind if I ask Mark to bring me that last Snapple up here?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Go for it.
I'd really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Go for it. Yo, Mark. Yeah.
Hopefully Snapple will see this someday, and then Snapples won't be a problem anymore. Never have to worry about how many Snapples we have left.
Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing?
That'd be so cool.
This shit is...
corporate sponsorship.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
This is very, very delicious. Very, very, very Snapple. It's a one of a kind.
It's very, very, very delicious.
It's meant for everybody.
That's
and for your children. You want your children to be drinking Snapple.
They already have a really. I almost just called
it Apple.
They already have the best slogan though. It's made from the best stuff on earth. You know.
What I mean, this is diet though. You know. I'm on that diet.
I'm pretty impressed with it for diet.
Oh, I'm very impressed. In fact, if you would have poured that in a cup and told me that's a Snapple, I would have been like, "You're goddamn right
that's a gosh darn delicious Snapple.
You're damn right that's a Snapple."
You know, I took a drink not even realizing it was diet when I grabbed it, and I'm like, "Yep, that's a Snapple."
Yeah, that's that heavy hitter diet.
I like those Bang energy drinks.
Bang, I've seen people drinking those.
There's like nothing in them at all. There's no sugar, no calories, but there's like creatine and CoQ10 and branched chain amino acids.
Demon semen.
Yeah, absolutely, demon semen. Yeah, a lot of that.
Well, you know what? I heard
extra loads.
I heard those were heavy hitters.
So it really gives it its flavor profile.
Yeah, nasty. You need to eat something with them though, for real. I drank one the other day.
Really?
And I was feeling kind of shiesty.
Yeah,
it felt kind of tweaky. Didn't like it.
Bang.
Yeah, bang.
But the thing is, to me, it's like, see, I'm big on the Red Bull, and the thing about the Red Bull,
loyal to your brand,
right? Like I'm loyal to my brand, but I also like the taste. Like I can enjoy a Red Bull actually.
Okay.
You know, I don't know about you. Usually, if I drink an energy drink, I usually just want to drink it fast and have.
I could do an original Rockstar or a Red Bull. Ice cold anytime.
Ice cold exactly has to be.
A Red Bull has to be ice cold.
Super cold.
It's got to be ice cold.
When I used to work at the restaurant,
I can down that shit.
Right before closing, last tables are wrapping up and stuff. We're basically getting ready. I'd take a Red Bull from the bar, throw it in the ice machine as deep down as I can while still being able to find it. Then as soon as it's time to get shit wrapped up,
you're telling me
one of those.
You're gonna tell me that you put your bare arm down inside the ice machine?
I mean. No, I use the little plastic.
What do you think I was doing in the movie theater? I was going back there just telling, I'm just kidding.
Probably half the reason I got pink eye so often.
I don't know. Well, hey, you know what?
I promise you
that restaurant literally no longer exists.
What restaurant was that?
Fifth Street Steakhouse.
No, Smoky Mountain Steakhouse.
Fifth Street Steakhouse definitely still exists.
Yeah,
no, Smoky Mountain Steakhouse in Paradise.
R.I.P.
Burned to the fucking ground.
Is fire.
Yeah, Fifth Street is incredible. I know. I don't ball like that.
Balling. I just went there not too long ago, and I felt balling.
Yeah, it's good.
But my bank account felt dented.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, $100 and some odd for
but
dinner.
It's so worth it. Dude, I'm not even mad. I paid. I walked out and said, I'll do it again.
They always have a really good bartender who knows how to make all the cocktails really well. You can sit at the bar and you ever had the burgers over there?
Bro, have you ever had anything there?
Bro, hold on, gentlemen.
What?
They aren't paying us for this yet. Why are you guys sucking their dicks
I
so
know,
hard?
I know, but
listen, Fifth Street Steakhouse. If you're getting wind of this,
chill out, y'all. Be modest.
Let's talk terms.
Hey, you know what? I'll give them the free advertisement. That shit is that good.
I'll pump Chico companies.
You know they got that special brown sauce when you order like a steak.
Surf sauce.
Listen, surf sauce. That shit is just flames.
You give them a taste for free. You don't give them a whole. You
give them a little. You give them a little bit of honey, but you don't quite give up the whole.
I'll give them that honey boo boo. You know.
So give them the whole honey.
Yeah, like why would you buy the cow when you're getting the milk for free? Absolutely.
Hey, I'm just saying, Fish Street is balling.
No, yeah, and that's the future.
Amazing. The future has been. What do you mean? That's the future.
I'm talking about corporate sponsorship.
Oh yeah.
Having these
that's definitely the future.
Having these local companies be a part of what's happening here.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other Chico.
Well, I think it's a good time to, I do this very just randomly every time, but I give a shout out to my one and only sponsor, and that is Redwood Cove Brewing Company.
Oh yeah, always.
And shout out Eric Jensen,
the brewmaster,
the CEO,
brewmaster
of everything in that company.
Quality control, CEO,
and
CFO.
Again, his beer is like is like playing Fortnite, dropping down, seeing that first chest, opening that first chest, getting a slurp juice and a gold scar.
For me, this is just a reference that falls on deaf ears. I'm not really a Fortnite, person. I watch you guys play.
That's just cool. One of the beers. The other beer is like watching Kill Bill. I'm just kidding. We won't get into that.
You wish you could freeze it in the winter.
But
and skate
what
on
I'm
it.
trying to say is, be ready for those heavy hitters from Redwood Cove Brewing Company.
Is that what he wants?
Heavy hitter.
Does he want to do some stuff with it?
He's already made a beer with Sierra Nevada. He made the Resilience.
Did he?
Yeah, Sierra Nevada sent him
the recipe.
He whipped it up. Bam, Resilience beer.
Did it taste just like it?
It tastes just like it, if not better.
Tastes better, in my opinion.
Is he selling it and donating proceeds?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
It's 100% true. But yeah, shout out Redwood Cove. Shout out Sierra Nevada. Maybe
that is so cool.
Oh yeah, isn't that dope? Yeah.
I saw that he had used that label on one of them. I didn't know that he was actually.
Yeah. So he copied the label, but instead of Sierra Nevada. I mean, I'm sure it's got some copyright issues, but
there's probably
I'm sure there's some copyright issues. But instead of Sierra Nevada, it says Redwood Cove Brewing.
I see.
So
that's so cool, man. That'd be really awesome if that were to turn into something someday.
Yeah. Well, he's good at doing it, man. It's just he's a busy dude, so
he's got a lot going on.
Well,
he's already got a career.
I mean,
he's set up in a field.
Sometimes some job openings open up at Sierra Nevada, and he's applied for them.
Yeah,
and he's got a business major. From Chico State, so it's like he's a smart dude. He could easily get that shit up and running. Like, maybe not easily.
It's a very competitive market,
but he could. Very competitive, especially now.
Craft brew is like everyone's.
But dude, I'm telling you, if you get into one of these hipster type,
that's how you do it, man. That's the kind of folks that are drinking them.
But there was this bar called the Steel Craft or some shit in Long Beach.
Yep.
And it was just so typical
bunch of guys with wax in their mustaches.
Yeah, just
riding fixed gear bicycles.
Yeah, and this beer IPAs I've never heard of that were $13 for a beer.
They better be 13% booze. Like if I'm paying $13, I better get tanked.
And I mean they were okay beers. They were okay, but I didn't really fuck with it. But I'm just saying that's.
I'm not gonna pay that much money to look cool drinking a beer.
Yeah.
You're there's only 5 gallons of this beer brewed a year. Yeah. So it's $25 a pint, but it's worth it for me.
Dude, I kind of miss living in SoCal already though, because SoCal, it was nice to live there. The weather is fucking nice, man. There's no joke when people talk about the weather now.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I've got some reasons to be down in San Diego. It'd be nice to kick it down there.
San Diego would be nice. Is Thayer still in San Diego?
Yeah, he's putting around down there.
He's putting around down there.
He's living the good life.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get him on here.
Be good to have him on the show.
Yeah.
Be cool to get figure out like a multi locational Skype deal. How would that work logistically?
I don't. I mean, I would have to look into it. I don't know. You know. I mean, I kind of know, but like it's. I'd have to like look into it more, and it's just more equipment. I don't have the equipment right now for it. I mean, maybe I could do a Skype.
You need like
a Skype type thing, but
I think Joe Rogan was calling like a TriCaster.
Oh yeah, but those are like $1,000,
and that's also partially to go live.
Oh yeah,
that's
shit like that.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool.
Well, yeah. Well, the equipment I'm using, I can go live from YouTube and Facebook. We could have done we could have done this whole thing live on Facebook.
Let's have some talking points laid out this next go around. We'll just do a live one for the folks.
Yeah,
you can record
live
it
is
and
crazy.
Go live, right? So you can go back
so you could do a live stream from YouTube and you could do one from Facebook.
Yeah, that'd be super cool, man. I think that'd be a good idea.
I think I'd be a little it'd be different than this, because live is like you know.
Well, live is cool because it can be an on the fly thing.
It's the rawness of it.
Well, people can literally give feedback in the moment and be like, "Well, what does anybody want to talk about? You know, like what's going on? Like what's and that kind of
depending on what kind of podcast you want to do. And me, like I am so open up to.
Well, this could just be a way to build a fan base and have a real connection with listeners. You know, by going live initially.
I've told people. I've talked to a few people who've actually like hit me up on YouTube. I don't know them like personally, but they're like me almost. Like they just got into podcasting and they came across my video or my podcast and there's like I would love to like just like come out on it, like be on it.
Yeah,
I was like, because I talk about it, like if anybody wants to do it, because I'm down to like sit here and if you have something interesting you want to talk about or you like to talk like. Come on, I love bullshitting.
Yeah, dude.
I love trying to sound smart, and I'm the dumbest motherfucker in the room.
And hey, listen,
and say it, Trevor. Say they'll baffle you with your.
Yep. Listen, if you can't dazzle somebody with your brilliance, baffle them with your bullshit.
Huh?
I've said it like 3 podcasts in a row now.
Yep.
It's a trademark.
It's a trademark. I said it, and I said we're gonna bring it up every single time.
That's my.
Well, I got to give credit where credit is due. It's a Dave Edgecombe trademark.
Okay, shout out Dave.
So shout out to Dave Edgecombe from the 530.
Shout out Edgecombe.
Well, I like what you're saying about having other folks who are just trying to get going and stuff, and then that brings a different fanship and listenership, and then it combines the two. And then, you know, I mean,
I got my buddy.
It's good for everybody.
I got my buddy coming from Denver. He's gonna hop on the cast.
Yeah.
I got a buddy in New York City. He's gonna hop on the cast. And he's from Miami.
You got to figure out some Skype stuff. So these guys.
Oh no, they're flying out to sit in that very chair.
Wow.
Yeah, man, we ain't doing no Skype interviews,
Mr.
You know, they flying out here to the JayCast. You know, the studio doesn't even have a name yet. You know.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I was thinking.
That's a really good point.
I don't know. Like, I think it's just. No.
This domicile needs to have a proper title.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's the thing. That a name isn't something to rush. It needs to come organically.
Yeah.
It needs to be.
I think
It needs to be right. So I think we might play around with it here in the next few podcasts.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I've thought about it, but I was like, you know, I don't want to force something. You know, sometimes I think about switching the podcast name. You know, the JayCast. Thinking about switching up. I'm like, I didn't force it. I just came up with it real quick.
Yeah, man. I think
it was an easy thing. I mean, maybe I could have came up with something different, but then I look back at it. And I look back now. I'm like, nah, fuck that.
No, personally, I like it. I think
my cat.
It's nice and simple. It's one word. It's real easy to type. No one has to fucking time Googling it.
I mean, I would love to like do like a set show.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean. Rambling's all great and all, but it'd be great to have fun and like.
Well, yeah, I mean, people want,
and I could do that on this, but I mean, it's just.
I think you really get people interested when you do current events.
Yeah, current events are, but that's.
You got to stay current, but not divisive,
right?
You know,
that's the problem. Well, that's the problem with me is, to be successful on like YouTube and whatnot, you got to be able to put out content
all the time,
every day almost.
Yeah,
at least twice a week, if not at least once a week.
I would. Yeah, I feel like if you do, you have to do it on the regular.
It's a multi-platform attack. You have to be putting out stuff on Instagram every day.
Yeah, because people want to see more. They're always gonna want to see more.
Well, and once you
even me when I'm looking at podcasts, I'm like, when I can't wait for the next one.
Well, you see, like take Theo Vaughn for instance. Every single day he posts something, but all it is just like a 1.5-minute clip from one of his podcasts.
Right.
Even if it's just that.
Because Theo does like 2 podcasts during the week.
Yeah. Well, that's 2 of his own podcasts, and then he also is doing the King and the Sting now.
Yeah.
And then if he's a guest of any podcast,
so technically he does 3. He does 3 a week.
That's like all he's doing.
About right. Yeah. That's all he's doing. But I mean. That's a lot. That's a lot of content.
He still goes on like tours on weekends and stuff like that.
He's still performing nightly to do to do stand up. Like these guys are hustling.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like if I could get 3 out a month for now, like just try
quicker editing. You'd be knocking them out, man. Like,
that's the thing. Like
this will be up like
this will be
tomorrow
the 3rd
morning.
Yeah. This will be the 3rd podcast we have recorded because we did record one just me and him
when you didn't show up.
Yeah, which not to throw any shade at you, but in fact I think on the podcast we were fucking around like, hey, maybe we can get Adam in, saying that we weren't gonna name any names about who didn't show up.
We didn't say it was you though, but now this is on record that it was you. But it's all right, man. You're here today doing it. Oh, look at you rolling your eyes. You don't need that bullshit in your life, huh?
Nah, man, I'm too old for that. No.
Yeah, I feel that.
We're just fucking with you.
Yeah, actually, I don't feel that. I don't. You have to raise a child. I mean,
I don't have her all the time. I mean, I'm not gonna make it out like
having a child has that. Do you think that has made you? I don't want to say like become a better man, but like become more aware of. Like what's going on in the world or where?
Oh yeah, man. That totally. Like, I really don't worry about anything with myself anymore. I mean, I worry about everything and how it affects my kid. And the world that we live in is horrifying. Having a young daughter, totally.
Yeah, it's.
You definitely are more cognizant of stuff like that, man. It's absolutely stuff you think about. I am really scared for the world that my kid's coming up in. Honestly, I'm not going to be one of those like helicopter parents and be all.
But do you love it though? Do you love being a dad?
Yeah, man, it's the coolest thing I ever did. I think that I don't know, guys like me who were kind of living the life that I was living, and treating women the way I was treating women, like it's kind of a sign for from who or whatever to be like, hey, chill out, change your ways. Like
it probably changed you for sure.
Oh
dude.
yeah, man, it helps you figure out like
especially having a little girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And like you want to keep her from meeting guys like yourself.
This is true.
Does it almost seem like the universe kind of curses you like that?
I wouldn't say curses, but I think it all just comes full circle. It's like
Murphy's Law, bro. It's like what's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Dude, in my younger days, I was out there, running around doing whatever with whoever, and not necessarily, giving these folks a call back. What I'm saying? Like, not necessarily being the most respectful dude to the opposite sex, and I think it's just kind of a full circle way, like of.
That's what happens.
Not a curse, but like, hey, remember when you did that? Well, here's this. Now you have to look out for this little girl. Make sure that doesn't happen to her. And she doesn't allow people to do that to her.
I feel like I'm gonna rate like, if I have a daughter, I feel like I'm just gonna raise her like a boy.
Yeah,
in a sense,
you like to think that.
You
like to think that. And
right. I would love to play, Dollhouse and all that shit.
It's just little girls are just gonna be little girls to an extent. Some of them grow up and they're tomboys and they want to do sports and all this stuff. My kid's not like that. I love having a daughter so much, but I would know what to do so much more if I had a little boy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but that's what brings good challenge in your life.
Yeah,
dude.
Absolutely. I'm learning a lot, man. It's totally different. I think I'm not saying it would be easy to have a little boy, but I would definitely know what the hell was going on. I would know what he was thinking. I would know what he was going through.
That's the thing. Like, it's already hard enough to try to remember or place yourself back that age or imagine that what you were like.
No matter what gender you are. Yeah.
Right.
But then to do it for the opposite gender.
Yeah.
Where I think no matter what people try to say, there are some inherent differences between the genders.
Of course. Yeah. I have no idea what she's thinking about. Like what hurts her little feelings. What when when I was a kid, I was raised to be kind of like I don't know. I was sensitive, but I was still a tough little boy. I got over stuff like, but I feel like she gets her feelings hurt really easy. She's just kind of dainty.
She's yeah.
But she's also super tough. But I don't know. Like I said, I've never been a girl.
She's just a princess.
It's just things about her I'm never gonna understand.
Right. Of course.
See, with a boy, I would understand him way more. Like,
yeah.
Know how to dress him better, and he wouldn't ask me to do his hair.
Right.
I can't do hair very well.
Right. Well, it's a learning process.
These dad ponytails and dad braids.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Well,
it's funny, dude.
It's
the funny. The next mountain is the French braid.
Yeah, I know.
That's a whole different beast.
I don't even want to think about it.
French braid.
She already asked me for stuff.
Really?
Too, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like watching YouTube videos and stuff, trying to figure out how to do it. But that is no joke, man.
Dude, they don't fuck around, bro.
These women are insane. What they can do with the hair, man.
They're like, Kelly's like, can you braid my hair?
I'm like, why do you think I could do that?
I can't.
Yeah.
Braid your hair.
Why would you possibly think that I would be capable of something like that?
I'm like, okay, let me just try to weave your hair together real quick.
Yeah, in our
from my knowledge of trying to, I don't know.
What in our history together makes you think that that's something I could handle?
Some guys know how to do it, which
what kind of guys know how to do that?
Some.
I don't know anybody that knows how to do that.
Maybe. Do you know how to do it, Trev?
Fuck.
How to braid hair.
So we got three guys here, and
I can make one braid. If I put her hair into a ponytail, I can then make a braid out of it. But I can't do something tight like cornrowy style or French braid style. I have no idea. She asked for all kinds. She's like, "Can you do an Elsa braid?" Elsa from Frozen. She's like, "Can you do this? Can you do that?"
Dude, Elsa from Frozen.
Well, no.
Like that's Hollywood.
Yeah. I'm like,
that ain't me.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
But mom can do that.
But mom can do that easily. That's
And that's the one too. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, mom can do it.
Yeah. She's like, "Can you do this?" I'm like,
that's
"No."
Probably
she's like,
every day.
She's like, "Oh, well, mom usually does that." I'm like, "Okay, well, dad's a dude." Oh, mom.
That's probably like every day. Like,
yeah. Mom does it like this. Mom does it like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cute. I don't care."
You're like, well, dad doesn't know how to do it
like,
the way mom does. Like,
I'm like, well, you're at dad's house.
Well, she'll figure that out soon enough.
Oh yeah. No, it's good. We have a good working. We have a good co-parenting working relationship.
That's good, dude. You need that because if I've seen what happens when it's.
Well, when it gets ugly, man. Yeah.
When it gets ugly, and it's
people are crazy for their kids, man. Yeah, they all do.
People are crazy for their kids, and then people are just crazy.
Yeah, the two together, man. It's a rough combo. People will say and do a lot of nasty things when it comes to their kids.
I've seen some crazy things happen, and some just yeah.
People go straight ruthless when it comes to getting the custody stuff. Yeah. I tell you.
Well, even then, even when you do get into the custody battles and whatnot, like the system sometimes doesn't favor you.
No, generally the father's not favored when it comes to all that stuff.
Oh, hell no. Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, it gets nasty.
Not even close.
Been through some stuff early on.
Yeah.
I think that's why we're probably better now because we had to go through that stuff early on.
Right. I mean, I've seen, it's a bad thing, to say the least.
Yeah, so don't be in a rush, but you should definitely have... How old are you, 24?
How old am I?
You're 25.
24.
I had Avery when I was 24, so I mean...
24. Yeah.
No hurry, but
what was crazy is my mom and dad, like my mom was like 20?
That's wild.
20? She's 20 when she had me.
That's wild.
My mom was 22 when she had me.
When she had Billy.
Well, wait, how old's... No. No, she was 22 then. She was 22.
That's young.
And she had Billy at 18.
That's crazy young.
Yeah, so she had two kids. But I mean, I don't look at it that way. Like I still feel like there's no way I could have two kids right now.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Well, hell, you're BP's age that when he had me, right now.
Yeah, but I can't. I'm not having kids anytime soon.
Fuck no.
It's not in the plans at the moment, huh?
Not at the moment. No.
That would really get in the way of the podcast blowing up.
This would not be a podcast room.
Yeah, no, this would be the nursery.
Yes.
Wow, no, yeah, keep those kids away, man.
Yeah. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone.
I was just thinking that right when I said it. What's the next step in here? What do you want to do in this place?
like sound mount TV up there.
Oh, that's right.
And then I want to make it more soundproof.
State of Jefferson.
I want to get so you like the state of Jefferson?
Absolutely. I think being from up here, I think that it only makes sense. I mean, to think that at the state capitol or on that high of a level that the interests of people that live the way people up here live, there's no way that we have the same interests and the same wants and the same needs as everyone else in the bottom half of the state that's coming from these more metro cities, these bigger metropolitan areas. We live a totally different lifestyle up here and up to the Oregon border, man.
For sure. And you know what? A crazy thing
different kind of people.
A crazy thing to me that I don't like, not that I don't understand, but it's like the capital of California is Sacramento. You would think like, oh shit, we would have more say, or we would have more sway.
Right,
obviously,
obviously
that's not what it that's not how politics works.
Oh no, it's all about the numbers.
No, right. Yeah. I know that, but it's like do you know if the somehow the town, if the Sacramento just went down, like if someone invaded Sacramento, do you know what the backup capital is? Orville, California.
Is it?
No fucking way.
Yes, it is.
No fucking way.
Yes, it is. It used to.
Hold up, that shit needs to
Orville used.
Check that out, Trev.
Orville used to be the capital of California.
It's like
the Gold Rush days.
Orville wasn't around in the Gold Rush days.
Yeah, probably.
No, it wasn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Look, see it when it was incorporated.
It was founded.
1881 lynching. Yikes.
That's not. I should have not laughed at that. I'm sorry.
It's the county seat for Butte County.
1881 lynching.
1854 is when the city of Orville was incorporated officially in 1906, but people first started living there in 1854.
18. So a good 50 years before they made it a. But I could have swore. Maybe did I just give you fake news? I gave you fake news.
It was potentially fake news.
Type in.
I know that Orville was at one point in time. It was growing super fast. It was like one of the fastest growing cities in America.
I'm telling you, can you look up? Let's see. No, that's climate nut jug. Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I could have sworn. I could swear. I need Bren. Where's Bren?
Is he overseas?
He's overseas.
God damn it. He's on a whole different
Orville. What'd you type in? Just type in was Orville.
Bren's been taking some amazing pictures lately.
Yeah. He
his tour through fucking the Holocaust, the Auschwitz. Jesus.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Those were really good pictures. I mean,
was Orville the capital of California of Israel? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was the capital of Israel.
I think so.
Scoot over Tel Aviv.
Shit. Whatever. It's you don't have to.
You guys can keep talking.
I don't know if there's any merit to this.
I'm probably wrong.
I'm probably spreading misinformation.
It is.
Have you so we were talking about it earlier, but you haven't really heard a whole lot about this Jussie Smollett case right now?
No. Are
you familiar with the television program Empire?
Yes.
Okay. So this guy has been a mainstay, one of the main characters on Empire for the last, since the beginning.
Yeah.
And he apparently, I guess this is like last week or 2 weeks ago, was jumped by these two dudes, and it was some allegedly a racially motivated attack, and they said something about "Make America Great Again,"
you know what? I did hear about this.
I guess it's now coming out that he more or less hired these guys to stage this hate crime.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is that he was being written off the show, and in an effort to kind of stay relevant and kind of galvanize himself as this civil rights kind of character, as this person, who you can't write me off the show right now.
Right.
I'm this public scene because I was racially victimized. So how could you possibly
that boy was getting 86. They're like,
so he's like,
we're moving you from the show, and then he's like, I have to make this big move in order for me to stay on the show,
just to stay super relevant. Like how could they cut me if I'm this big a deal right now?
I mean, damn, dude, that's just how the TV. This guy, he's a sore loser. If you ask me, he's
man.
Is he
this
gay?
Guy? Yeah. So I mean, it was so he's
So was he saying it was racial, or was he saying?
I think it was like a both. It was just kind of like a.
It was a homophobic racial because if you're Trump, you're a racist, a homophobe,
generally intolerant, But yeah, I guess it's coming out that he.
So he pretty much just planned it.
Yeah. So yeah.
They rehearsed it.
Yeah, he was just trying to.
But was there any footage of this?
Well, they fucked up because the dude did it in front of a camera, but he was doing it in the wrong direction the camera was facing. Like, it was weird. I haven't seen pictures of the exact camera, but I guess was.
They dropped the ball on that one. Dude had one job to do.
But my dude's literally arrested.
Oh, he got arrested for it.
For filing filing
police report.
Yeah,
that's a crime.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Yep.
It's such a misappropriation of resources.
They were in Chicago.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. You're not gonna outsmart like the Chicago PD who deal with this stuff all the time.
You may, because they deal with more murders than like anybody in the country.
I'm just saying.
But
when it's like that high profile, if they don't solve it, it's like they're the ones who look like a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just
it's a bad look on them to not figure that out.
He's a sore loser, and
that's what I'm saying.
He could have had a career still, but now he fucked it up, and he will never have a career.
He's gonna get locked up.
You know what I mean? They're like, hey, we kicked you off the show. You still can go get money, but instead you're not gonna get money because
this is just it's just
you fucked up, man. What an idiot.
Yeah, no, he fucked around. He couldn't get over it. What did they say?
Couldn't get over it.
Removed from Empire. Let's see.
Dropped from the remainder of the season.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh wait. Why was he dropped? Oh, so he was just dropped in the middle of a season. So it wasn't.
No. He was like he was going to be written out of the following season.
Oh, so was he?
I think they're just speeding the timeline up.
Exactly.
I see. Oh, they're probably gonna have the boy killed.
Yeah.
On a show like
Empire. Something like that.
Yeah,
so
they're
who
probably
knows?
gonna have the boy killed. But all right, I mean, whatever.
Just wild though, man. Like we live in this, like nothing is as it seems anywhere. You can't take anything at face value at all.
No.
Well, like the really shitty thing is that it's not this exact situation, but stuff like that does happen where hate crimes occur, and making it so that people think that it's something that people are willing to fake is not good.
I hate to bring it up, but this is the same thing as people who. Mostly women, but I'm sure it happens the other way around too. But women who accuse people of rape,
make false rape accusations.
Yeah.
Well,
I think there's a special place. You can't put that on somebody, man. There's a special place reserved for people that do that. That's wild.
I think if you get caught, if a woman gets caught,
I think anybody,
leave
it wide open. Men, I'm sure. File,
sorry to point it out.
But I get what you're saying.
I'm saying if you get caught faking a rape, saying someone raped you, I think you should definitely do some time.
Yeah, man, you ruined somebody's because whether
that's so fucked up, dude.
Whether the person did that or not, once you have put that on somebody, it just stays on them.
Those aspersions just don't go away.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then people are
like even
they proved it, but who knows?
They're like he was acquitted of murder, but then still people walk by you like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
Hey, OJ got acquitted.
Yeah, exactly, and nobody
in criminal court
and
civil court he was guilty.
Yeah, and nobody feels comfortable around OJ.
No, you can't.
No,
you can't.
Would you hang out with OJ?
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
I would hang out.
I don't know if I would feel like he was just a regular guy.
I would hang out with OJ, but the problem is like I don't think you'd want to hang out with me because I would literally just be sitting there asking him like, bro,
yeah,
you gotta level with me.
I don't know how to just talk to him. I don't know how to make small talk with OJ Simpson.
You gotta tell me. You gotta tell
challenge.
me. Did you do it or did you not? Like,
I'd be like, so you just squeeze the glove onto your really big hand, or
like, did you?
How did that work, man? Like,
yeah.
No, for real.
Bro, that's a crazy story.
Oh, did you watch that People versus OJ Simpson?
I did. That is just like the one with
Kardashian.
Yeah.
Did you watch the one about the assassination of Gianni Versace?
Dude, that one was my favorite.
That one's sick.
Well, because I didn't know about the whole the Versace thing, so a lot of that was a surprise. Like OJ was basically them portraying something that I already knew a little bit more about.
Oh, what?
So the Versace one's
so there's some.
It's a really good one. I kind of want to rewatch it now.
I might do the same. I mean, we're rewatching Justified.
I was watching it with this girl I was dating last month, and I couldn't pay as full attention as I wanted to. So Need to go back and rewatch it again.
You know,
super good.
That's yeah, OJ, dude, that boy, you know,
boy OJ.
He led people, you know, he led the police on a chase down the 405 in LA.
Just like, but it wasn't a chase.
But it wasn't even him though. It was his boy.
No, he was in there. He was laying in the back seat.
He was laying and it wasn't a chase. Like
nah, dude was just like cruising.
Because you know what's funny? If it was anybody else, they would have
spike stripped him.
Yeah. But since it was televised,
celebrity treatment, dude.
It's the televised. Juice. It was televised.
Juice,
it's the juice. Televised, you know, on the 405 midday.
Also, only a handful of years after the Rodney King incident.
Right, exactly.
Everything's on film now.
Honestly, that was the perfect time, dude. That was like the last chance for someone to get away with murder, right there. Well, you know, before the internet blew up.
That's tough. Even then, it was tough. But you're right. That was still probably.
That's probably like the last time you can really get away because.
But I've watched a lot of forensic files, man. And they get
true. No, you're right.
Well, here's the thing, though, is they show the ones they solve. Like at least half of all murders in America go unsolved.
I think it's more than that, probably.
Well, it's definitely a lot more in certain spots like Miami, Chicago, Detroit, places like that. But then,
but what do you? But
how many murders go unsolved?
But what kind of
what percentage of murder? Sorry.
What kind of murders are we talking about? Like we talking about people getting gunned down,
people killing other people. Those
right,
kind of murders.
or like a murder spree. Like there's an actual murder, like a, you know what I mean, like. Not so much of gang members and, you know, gang rival killing each other people, like someone who's actually committing a murder, like who is, you know, has a mask and like, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Like how many people get murdered that way compared to.
What is a homicide clearance rate?
Who knows? Fuck.
Did you know that the average homicide rate in the U.S. is 4.9 per 100,000 inhabitants?
So just under murdered. 5 people out of 100,000
gonna get murdered.
Man, I hope I don't get. I hope
that's just the murder rate. That's not the clearance rate.
Is the clearance rate what is?
I hope I don't get murdered, dude.
I think that's like one of my top few things that I hope for.
See, my thing is I don't want anybody to murder me except me.
Yeah.
Like if my body betrays me with some tumors or some shit.
Yeah, I just don't want to feel like I made somebody so mad that they could justify killing me.
Yeah, man. I would hate to have that panic feeling before I died. Like
so scared, dude. Yeah. Scared for your life, and then actually dying, and actually having your life taken from you. Yeah, that'd be so. And
terrifying. The next thing you know, you're just like you're coming out of the womb and you're a baby again.
Complete
and
total shock and
you're just living. What if you just every time you die, you just relive your life all over again? It's just repeated.
Are you on kind of a Buddhist reincarnation thing?
Do you remember it, or are you just living the same life
over
and over?
With conscious?
I think what happens is you don't.
That you've already lived before.
I think what happens is over time that's when deja vu comes in, and you're like, why does this seem so familiar, or why have I been here before?
Yeah,
like why, you know what I mean?
I've had some pretty intense deja vus before.
Check this out. So. First off, Flint, Michigan has the worst murder clearance rate at 17.5%.
So that means they're only solving 17.5% of homicides?
Yeah. Then, so here for the U.S., they arrest about 2/3 of all murder cases have an arrest related to them, but only about 61.5% actually get a conviction.
Oh, so people are getting arrested, but they're getting off. Or they're not the right people.
Yeah.
Yeah, people will probably get accused of, you know.
Well, or the police are stupid, you know, and police want to solve crimes.
And the thing is,
they want to solve them fast.
And two, you know, working in that industry and whatnot, you know, you want a conviction rate. Yeah. You know, so
everyone's got a quota.
So sometimes I feel like maybe they're in a rush and maybe they don't do the job 100% how they should.
Well, they don't have time, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. And then they just like, you know what, fuck it, this is the guy.
They get one lead that they think is pretty good.
This is the guy,
and they put all their eggs in that basket. Yeah, that makes the most sense.
And then it goes, and then you go to a juror, and a juror is just like, well, I guess with the evidence that you just presented me.
Or the jury sees it totally different, and then they get off, like the data suggests. Like a lot of people aren't being convicted. You know what I mean?
But I will say this. I'll say with the OJ case, like, dude, like his lawyers were just like.
Oh yeah, he had the defense crew of all time.
Well, but
bro,
then,
also you got to think, like, when detectives are trying to solve a murder, They're just taking all the facts that they have and trying to make a picture out of it. Yeah. And whatever that picture is what they're going to go with.
Yeah, they have little pieces and they're trying to make a whole out of it.
It's like if you see like an older guy wearing like a Vietnam veteran hat with a prosthetic leg, your mind is automatically going to jump to the fact like this guy probably lost his leg in Nam. Yeah. But no, he could have lost that shit to diabetes.
I was going to say he probably has diabetes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like you just can't like make assumptions based on things
different.
That
it's case to case.
Yeah. Can't lay off the sweets.
Can't do it, bro. I can't. I'll tell you what, dude.
Speaking of that, I know I'm trying to get diabetes.
Oh yeah.
I'll
tell you this.
Putting in the hours.
I went to the dentist and I was very scared. I was like, because I
got fucked teeth.
Fucking gummy worms, sour gummy worms, like they're going out of style.
Yeah, I mean,
bro.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Peanut M&Ms.
I love that shit
with
too.
Peanut M&Ms
I love that shit too. But I'm like, I haven't been to the dentist in 4 years. I hadn't gone in like 4 years. And is that long?
Yeah,
that's a long. You're like typically supposed to go every 6 months.
Yeah, so I went for the first time for 4 years, and I was like, "This is gonna be bad." I went up to that one cavity. I was like, "Yes,
one's not bad.
Let's go." They fixed that shit, and I'm out. Half a blunt hanging out my mouth. Speeding like a demon on the 101. Stop the smoke, chewy like a motherfucking nut. You got a grand bag and some zags and roll it up. Cause a player like me can't hide it when I'm high. Got the Visine for the tight red eyes. I love it.
That's good stuff.
I love it.
Totally improvised.
The blunt went out, but we ain't done yet. Boys. Another one blaze like it's barbecue beef.
Ain't nothing like a blunt full of funk in your teeth.
Yeah. What's up?
Honestly, I feel like that would have been the perfect note to go out on because batteries are getting low.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Bam.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Trevor.
Yep. Thank you to
Good
Mark.
shit. Thank you, fans. Thank you. Thank you, Sierra Nevada Brewery. Thank you, Fifth Street Steakhouse. Thank you, Redwood Cove Brewery. We love you guys.
Thank you, Snapple.
Thank you, Titleist. Thank you, Snapple. Thank you, Diet Coke.
Thank you, Google.
We love you guys.
Love
us back.
Thank you, CMF brothers and sisters. Let's go.
Later.
We out.